13 inches of pork?
Yeah, 13 and a half.
Crazy. You guys know Jamie Vickers? You know, drummer for Velvet Donger?
No.
He was uncut, too, and he could hide just about anything.
Really? Did that affect the taste, Donnie?
Would you
I actually have a sexual fantasy associated with the earthquake.
Go.
Well, I woke chick up. In my fantasy, I made...
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
This is a song I wrote for a special person.
All right.
Each time I need a trusted friend, you're there. With tears to dry and a heart to mend, you're there. And when I'm down in misery and the whole world turns its back on me and I need some love and sympathy, you're there. Nice, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
And when I'm weary and tired of trying, honey, you're there. And anytime I need a shoulder to cry on, you're there. And sometimes when I come home with a heavy heart and weary bones and I need a little time alone, you're there. I want to turn the stereo on, but you're there. I gotta get in to use the John, but you're there. And when I wake up lovingly and turn on my pillow, hoping to see Kim Bassinger smiling back at me, you're there. Oh, this is more of a good thing than I ever planned. How much damn togetherness can a one man stand? Don't get me laughing here.
All right, sorry.
I want to flop down in my favorite chair, but you're there. I can't see in the mirror to comb my hair, 'cause you're there. And when I want a little snack at night, I sneak down to the fridge to get a little bite. I see a big fat ass blocking out the light, 'cause you're there.
Well. Howdy doody. And how about ya? Yes, sir. The Bob and Tom Show, live from the fabulous Bob and Tom studios.
Are you going to introduce everybody?
We're all socially distanced. Good morning, Christy.
Hi, chick.
Here's good morning, Josh.
Hey, chick.
Hello, Ace.
Chick.
And now here's Tom with an argument about
Wisely.
what's 2 minutes and what's 30 seconds and what's, because the time is wrong and Tom's always right.
Sorry, had a machine break.
Another coffee problem.
It's kind of hard to explain.
Oh, God.
Just say you were late and you forgot.
I've been here for more than 2 hours.
You're a mess. You weren't here when you were supposed to be here. You're a mess.
I was getting something special for you.
Tom.
Oh.
You're such a filthy, dirty liar.
Look
And
at
whatever it is, I don't care.
Oh, check that out.
That's like, hey, here's a turd. Wow,
What
you
is
got
it?
that for me?
I did.
I'll take it.
It's a Pabst Blue Ribbon hard coffee.
You had me at Pabst. I'm a PBR fan.
Are you really?
What am I, in college?
My dad was,
Have you ever
too.
heard of this?
I have not.
I thought that you might enjoy this, chick, because you're an occasional coffee drinker.
How did you find, I'd never drink coffee. How did you find this?
That's not true.
That's absolutely
Chick
the gospel.
doesn't drink coffee.
I never drink coffee.
He drinks Pepsi. Diet.
You'll have a coffee every now and again. won't
Every
you?
now and then you go coffee. So
mind.
I thought. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Why am I fighting this? Why am I?
Have you
fighting
ever
this?
had coffee?
Have I ever had
Yes.
coffee? Certainly.
Have you had it in this room?
Probably not, actually. The
Oh,
old
no
studio.
kidding. I honestly thought I saw you.
Right.
That's my fault.
Let's please continue. Yes, you're right, Tom. Okay, now there you go. You're right, and you're
I
always on
thought you
time.
want to try this.
No thanks.
It's got one of your favorite things in it, booze. So all the trouble I went to go get that, and
All the trouble.
I got stuck in the coffee room.
Nice and cold, is it?
Oh, it's ice cold.
Wait
You
a
want-
minute. How
Oh,
did
now-
you get stuck in the coffee room?
Now you're saying
What,
that
did the
you were
gates
getting
close?
this for me. That's why you were so late.
And
No,
do we
no,
have
I
that
was-
in the vending machine?
No,
now?
I was getting Godwin a coffee.
Oh, of course.
And the
See,
way that machine works, you stick these sort of like envelopes in the
This all
slot.
gets down to Godwin. I'm
and
telling you.
you witnessed it, and it wouldn't. It jammed
He's in the system.
Wait a minute. He
Godwin-
witnessed it. Why can't he make his own damn coffee?
because I haven't showed him how to use the machine yet.
I'm not allowed to touch it. Let's be honest.
Did you find the cream, by the way?
Yeah.
I left it over. Okay, fine.
What was
Sorry.
the fall of the Roman Empire? Godwin. You know that?
So you don't want to drink this blue ribbon? I got.
Sure, I'll drink it if it'll speed things along.
No,
and we
I
can get
just,
to another topic. Yes, I'll drink Pabst Blue Ribbon coffee. Sounds like a good idea.
Wonder what it tastes like.
Throw it over here.
Would you like to try it, Josh?
I would like to try it,
Why
yeah.
don't you step over here nicely?
Okay,
I
yeah.
can't
Chicken
throw it.
aisle.
And this is-
Kristen
I'll get
said
you
she'd
some
like
coffee.
some, yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
we'll
ice
get
cold.
We'll get some cups.
Now in my office, I have
Now,
980
seriously,
cups left.
If I could ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
How did you come by this? Where did you find it? Where did you get it? How about that?
My son found it at the grocery store and thought of you.
There you go.
He
Well,
thought
why didn't you
you'd
tell me
enjoy
that instead of dragging you into it, which automatically jaundices me to the entire situation?
And then I got it from him yesterday, and I put it in the refrigerator. I drove over here to put it in the refrigerator.
Oh, here's our
just so you
waitress
could
right
try
now.
it.
All right.
Is this? And I don't know. Is this a new thing? Hard? I mean, obviously, Pat, I know that you were in the tradition of Irish coffee.
Not really, no.
Well, that says good morning.
So this is this a combination of beer and coffee? What exactly?
My God, that doesn't look good at all.
Okay, take a sip. You're going to try this.
Should I go
Christy?
now?
Go ahead.
Go now?
Once again, this is Pabst Blue Ribbon.
All right, here we go.
Coffee, hard coffee. What do you think?
That's not bad. There's no Pabst Blue Ribbon. Just the
What does it
just
taste
the
like?
name.
Tastes like coffee.
It tastes like beer at all.
Okay, tastes like.
Oh,
coffee.
this is wonderful. It
tastes-
really.
Tastes like coffee. Yeah.
Well, I
It
told them,
does. It tastes like a mudslide with a little bit of coffee.
What's the ABV? What's the alcoholic content in that? Check that can out.
okay.
I'm going to guess just off the top of my head 4.5%.
This is like a cold brew, then, except it's from a company that is known for their brews of
5%.
beer.
5%
good.
alcohol in this.
But it tastes like coffee.
Wait a minute.
It's really good.
It tastes like iced coffee. Yeah, with cream. Oh,
I
it's
can't
good.
believe I'm saying this. It's amazing.
Well, that's
It
quite
tastes-
a turnaround.
Yeah.
It tastes like a chocolate milkshake with liquor in it.
Exactly.
Yes,
I-
it
I-
does.
I also brought in a cold brew.
Oh,
It's coffee that's brewed cold, and you're supposed to drink it cold.
Right.
I went to get a to-go restaurant thing the other day, and I was so sleepy. I said to the hey, guy, "Do you have any coffee here?" And he goes, "All I have is this cold brew." So I said, "Oh, I guess I'll try it." And I'll tell you what, it was like a jolt of Adderall. I had 2 sips and I was ready to go.
Why did you turn us on to this?
Let me ask you, why are you
Now
always
we're gonna-
why are you always fiddling with things? You know how you react when you fiddle with things?
I know.
You get lost, you get discombobulated.
So did you buy a 6-pack of this or just one?
I don't know. Sam just gave me the one, so
Can we hang on a second? I'm asking for
I
a
can
friend.
get the- I can
we
get the other
a
5.
6-pack?
Can we-
Can we get the other 5?
I can get the other 5. They're only a mile from here.
Okay.
oh boy.
Is that really good?
Let's run
It's
those in.
really good.
It's really good.
You should try it.
Okay. Well, and I'll bring in the cold brew coffee next break. It's amazing.
Is there any liquor in it?
No.
Well, you can add that. I don't think there's any need.
Ooh, I think I have a buzz.
This is nice.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I haven't had my turkey yet.
That says good morning.
I haven't had anything
Nothing says good
either.
morning like a little booze. Maybe get an advent calendar up. So this is a product from Pabst.
Quick eye opener.
So is
Tom,
it-
I take
Of
everything
course,
back.
of course
You're,
Pabst did it out of the park. I knew they would.
you're a genius.
You are. This
So
is
your dad
great.
was a PBR guy? Or you
No,
My
I'm-
dad was. Big PBR guy.
Oh, all right.
Okay. Well, I don't even know if this is a new product. I'm not sure. I don't know anything about it except that he thought,
Wow.
the chick might enjoy this.
You know, there was a man named Pabst.
There was?
That's right. He founded the
Pabst
company.
Blue
A man
Ribbon?
called Pabst?
Pappy Pabst.
Pappy Pabst.
That's what he was.
Invented the smear, did he?
I knew you were gonna say that.
No. Don't be silly. No, of course not. Pappy Pabst.
And now
Boy,
a
that
list
is
of
really
companies
good.
named after people.
Still about half a can here, Jake. You're in.
Oh, boy.
Is it chocolatey or coffee
Yes.
like?
Yeah,
Chocolate.
both.
It's
Like chocolate coffee.
Now,
like
Pat, for me
There's
and you,
not very much left, you jerks.
I'll go get this cold brew coffee in a minute.
I don't want the cold brew coffee. I want the Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Wait a minute. Apparently,
Listen to this.
check the caffeine level.
Yeah.
That's right.
The
I
caffeine, the
want the
ABV, and the...
Booze. Okay, go ahead.
Speedball over there.
Well, I'm going to have to. My problem is now I'm out of cream.
well, you should drink this.
Is there any cream in the?
This is
in your
latte.
ghastly.
There might be.
Infected refrigerator.
I think
Okay.
there might be, but I don't
Pat,
know.
what do you got over there?
Cream that I'm touching with my hands.
Oh, he'll
Oh,
never.
look at that.
No, but that's the last of it. That's why I gave you the whole thing.
I gave him a little treat. I let him have cream this
Well, no,
morning.
because I knew I was running late because the machine jammed. I should have just left the machine. As you know, yesterday I had a problem. The machine started spewing out coffee all over the
Because
countertop.
the cup jumped out of the spot.
You know, it's not just today and yesterday you've had a problem. It's going on 35 years you've had a problem. You know.
Oh,
that.
I'm older than that, but thank you.
I mean, professionally, and I've known you.
We have some really cool things in the news today.
Man, I got a little buzz on that.
I know, right?
Yes.
I've got a sports story that I can't wait to read to you because you're going to go, what's going on? Wait
I
and
love
see.
those.
I mean, there's something happy in sports?
No.
Oh.
No, God, no, I didn't say that. No.
Have the
Don't be
baseball
silly.
players and the owners figured this out like
Make
almost
no mistake,
everybody else?
these two do not like each other.
Oh, come on.
We have a release date on Space Jam 2?
No, not yet.
That would affect me in no way whatsoever.
Really?
Yes.
You're against fun, Space Jam 2?
No, I have much better. I don't want to be in my deathbed going, God, I wish I could watch Space Jam 2 again. No time to say goodbye to my friends and family.
Now, wait a minute. Can you get another couple hours or you're going to go now? I'd take Space Jam, okay? I'm sorry, I would.
Okay, we have a pretty funny story, Ace, for you, involving one of your... Is Rat one of your favorite bands?
I wouldn't say that. It's great songs.
Don't you know one of the guys in that band?
I know several of them. I should say I met them, hang out with them.
Well, are you aware that Rat's
Round and round.
has re-entered the charts? We'll get to it coming up, but
Because of the Geico commercial?
yeah, it's back on the
Makes
charts, and it
sense.
apparently is going to chart higher than it did the first time around.
No kidding.
That's what
Cool
it's
song.
bound for. Yeah, I mean it was a great song.
What's a chart?
Perfectly valid question.
I'm asking for a friend.
And
Ace has a pest problem, actually.
What? Oh, yeah. Raccoons.
Yeah.
Really?
He's up to his hips in raccoons.
There's a pack of them.
yeah.
Pack.
Well, we just had a raccoon removed and relocated.
However, bad news and good news at the compound. No sighting of the chipmunk for 2 days.
Yeah.
That's the bad news. He could be sneaking around. But the good news is no smell. So,
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the
no
next
one organic thing. They pass away.
So
There's
what
no
we're talking about with respect to the band Rat is this song.
Please stop.
Oh, it's a great song.
Who wrote that? A baby?
What's wrong with that?
I loved it.
You going to object to everything?
Played the hell out of
I'm
that
on.
thing.
What do you mean? I objected to PBR. Now I'm on board, baby.
Woo.
No, you going to object to this?
No.
Here it comes. Oh, great song.
The hell is that?
That's Cream in the song
Again?
Toad from Ginger Baker, I believe, penned that.
That's a good tune.
It is, yeah.
And as you
sounds
point
like
out,
everything else.
used prominently in the movie Casino.
Yeah, Pesci's changing from car to car so the feds can't find him, and he's running around in parking garages.
What an odd choice.
Scorsese knew his music.
Man,
Marty.
yeah, because
That's
that's
Marty
sort of
for
the
you.
obscure side of one of the early Cream albums. But
Yeah.
I bring it up because we have weird Toad news. We've had weird Toad news twice this week.
All week, yeah.
With involving Sir Isaac Newton and toad vomit, believe
Yeah.
it or not, which he thought would cure the plague. So I guess the gravity thing, he was kind of a one-hit wonder like Rat. Gravity, hey, good one.
And then
Toad vomit cures the plague. Maybe virology is not for you.
Well, then we had the toad venom that killed the guy.
And then we have toad venom that killed a guy. Yeah, we'll get to
Yeah.
all those things.
And Josh has a toad's ass. So
I do have a toad's ass.
We're all,
Yeah.
What, wart,
and I'm right there beside
wart-like?
No, no warts.
No warts.
You ever
It's,
see an ass on a toad? There's just nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, I
just
see.
goes.
Yeah.
Somebody wrote in and said it's called a long back. It's just back, then legs, no ass.
Oh, that's interesting. I did not know that.
You want to see it?
Not particularly. Yeah, I assume it's.
like to see it sitting in PBR.
Remember, Chick likes to see naked men.
Oh, that's right. We had that yesterday, didn't we?
Didn't you get your derriere waxed on this show?
Yeah, there's enough to wax, but
Now, Bob was famous for what we called Corny the Ferret. He had a creamy white buttocks with a stripe of hair.
Yep.
wow.
Right there in the crack area.
All right.
And whenever we'd get our flu shots, one of the nurses would get a good look-see at that baby. Enjoyed it very much. I want to, speaking of hair.
Boy, that is really hitting me. Nice.
I can call Sam. He's probably awake. I
Thank you.
can get the other 5.
Come on, Sam.
Thank you very much, Tom.
Love naked men. Love it.
Okay, thank you. Let's see, where was I? I know. I had a great shave this morning. Really good one this morning. Thank you, Harry's Razors. And this is the time where you don't really want to have to go into a drugstore. You know what I'm talking about. And Harry's, well, they mail them to you. And this is the best offer ever from Harry's because you can join the 10 million guys who've tried Harry's Razors, and it'll be taken right to your door. I'm talking about $3 plus free shipping when you use the code Bob and Tom at Harry's.com. I'm talking about razors that cost about half as much. The beauty of Harry's, when you pick one up, it's like one of those moments, I've said this before, when you pick up the perfect pen, or you get a screwdriver that fits just right, or you pick up a hatchet and go, this is the perfect grip. So the point is, I probably wouldn't want to compare a hatchet to a razor necessarily.
No, I don't think so.
Wouldn't want to shave with a hatchet, although Harry's is sharper and better. Try the Harry's program. It's fun, and it's super cheap right now. $3. And how much is the shipping, Josh?
It's free.
And what do you get? Well, you get the razor, the weighted handle, the foaming shave gel, the travel cover for $3 plus free shipping if you use the code Bob and Tom at Harry's.com. Try it. Come on. 10 million men have, and they love it. I'm telling you, you'll like it too. Once again, from our friends at Harry's, get a great shave. They got a great blade factory, and those refills are about half the price. Check it out, Harry's.com. Use the code Bob and Tom, $3 for the whole shebang and free shipping. And you don't have to go to the drugstore and wait behind Harry McPlague, coughing it up and rubbing his hands all over you. When we come back, we have the best sports story you think of all time.
It's really something.
Good. Well, we'll look forward to it. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
curvy cleavage on display.
the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry.
The human drama of
curvy cleavage on display.
This is
The Bob and Tom Show. No shoes, no shirt, no talent.
Hey, Mark Allison here. Speaking of no talent, it's Friday, June 5th, 2020. Thanks so much for joining us. Hope you caught yesterday's show. We had comedian Jimmy Pardo on late. Jimmy, of course, hosting a virtual edition of his podcast, Playing Games, airing live from Flappers Comedy Club in Burbank, California this Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. You can find out more following at Jimmy Pardo or go to jimmypardo.com for more info. Coming up on Friday's show, DJ Dangler and Gina Brion, two comedians joining us via Zoom on a Friday right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. More of the show coming up.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. More than a few celebrities were on hand for the memorial service for George Floyd in Minneapolis. Among those seen at the event yesterday, comedian Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish, singer-actor Tyrese Gibson, rappers Ludacris and T.I. Mourners gazed at a mural honoring Floyd projected above his golden coffin. Floyd died May 25th after a white police officer pressed his knee into his back for nearly 9 minutes. And Gabrielle Union has taken her fight against NBC and the producers of America's Got Talent a step further. She's filed a claim with the state of California, saying she was fired because she complained about an on-set environment that tolerated racism. Her filing comes a week after a probe ordered by NBC concluded her claims of bias were unfounded. And for the first time since mid-March, a big Florida theme park is reopening. Universal Orlando reopens to the general public today after a 2-day dry run for those with annual passes. All visitors must wear face coverings and have their temperatures taken at the gate. SeaWorld Orlando opens next week. So do other SeaWorld-owned parks. And Walt Disney World plans to welcome back visitors next month. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I listen every day to the show. Thank you. I know everyone picks on each other, but is Tom really that crazy in everyday life? Or is it a show thing?
No.
He seems like he's going off the rails more and more. How does he live every day? Tom, your thoughts?
Well, I'll be okay.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Sure.
That's there.
He's
in
fine
there
with it,
lies
yeah.
the rub. He will be okay.
He will be okay no matter what.
Leaving a wake of destruction.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like
there's
Mr. Magoo.
Spilled coffee and fires everywhere, but he'll be fine.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Augie Smith. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Remember when we met?
I dated lots of men.
A night we won't forget.
I drank a lot back then.
Soon we fell in love.
I wouldn't go that far.
Under stars above.
We did it in your car.
Our passion filled the night.
I can't believe my luck.
The future's looking bright.
You knocked me up, you schmuck.
I love you.
I'm pregnant.
We're having a baby. Look at you now.
It's 5 in the morning, and I'm blowing chow.
The dream of a lifetime will come to pass.
I'm having a baby. God, I've got gas.
You've got that glow, and don't you know you're looking in the pink?
I only pray that some sweet day these hemorrhoids will shrink.
We're having a baby. I'm a happy bloke.
I'm having a baby, 'cause your condom broke.
Your figure is divine.
My ankles are swelling.
I'm so glad you're mine.
Are those pickles I'm smelling?
You're beautiful, my dear.
Can I have your desserts?
I long to have you near.
Oh, God, my nipples hurt.
You thrill me with your charms.
Truly an old woman. Not that there's anything wrong with old. 622 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy Lee has the weather forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by the CarX Man. We have a stray shower or thunderstorm possible today. Otherwise, partly cloudy and a high of 87.
A stray shower?
Stray shower. You can keep him, yes. And then lower humidity for the weekend. Sunshine both days. 85 Saturday, 83 on Sunday, 68 now.
Oh, that is so nice. Thank
Yes.
you.
I weed whacked last weekend and my arm still hurts.
From a week ago?
That's sad.
Just from holding the thing?
Just from holding the weed whacker.
That
Just
is
from
sad,
whacking. Huh?
sad. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. How was everybody?
Good.
Let's see
I'm
who's
great
who.
now since I had a little booze.
I brought in the little can of the Pabst. What's the official name of that stuff?
Pabst Blue Ribbon hard coffee.
Hard coffee.
It's good.
Over here in the trash.
You guys already finished it?
You got a total of 6 thumbs up in this room.
Oh, wow.
Christy, Chick, and I both are all three of us
hard
loved it.
coffee,
I'll
baby.
tell my son he bought it for you.
Amazing.
Well, thank him, yeah.
Okay, where was it? Chick McGee's across the way. We're going to get into some sports at the crazycockwine.com sports desk. The Navy Federal Credit Union news room is right over there, and Christy's in it.
Here we go.
Behind the glass. We'll get to some more stuff. That's Ace, that's Josh, I'm Tom, and Pat Godwin is around the corner in the other building enjoying some coffee.
Here we go with
Took me
sports.
forever to figure out how to make it. Okay, I'm sorry, what do you got?
The NBA Board of Governors has approved the 22-team format for restarting this season in late July at the Disney campus near Orlando. The format calls for each team playing 8 games to determine playoff seeding, plus the possible utilization of a play-in tournament for the final spot in each conference postseason field.
Sounds good.
Got it.
You got it.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Uh-huh.
The plan includes the 16 teams that were holding playoff spots when the season was stopped on March 11th, plus all other clubs within 6 games of the postseason berth.
Okay.
So in other words, everyone who
Everybody got that?
everybody who gets to play potentially could make the playoffs. Right?
Yeah, mathematically, yes.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Yes.
Because the teams that are whining that don't get to play they couldn't have mathematically under any circumstance have made the playoffs. Is that a correct assumption?
Well, in like a normal season,
Yeah.
Well, they get to a certain point where they're like
you have to draw the line
Sure.
somewhere. Calm down, everybody. I'm glad that they got something moving forward. Now, maybe they can talk to the baseball folks, get them to figure it out.
How about this?
Okay.
Yeah.
The NHL says,
Okay, we can do without the music.
come on, each of its playoff series will be a best-of-7 format.
Oh.
After the initial qualifying round, teams will be reseeded throughout if the league is able to return with the 2014 plan later this summer.
Big if there again.
Big
huh?
if, right.
Man, oh, man.
The announcement came at nearly the same time the Penguins, or practically chickens, revealed one of their players had tested positive for the virus, raising the total to 9 players throughout the league. The NHL is still looking at health and safety protocols for what is said could be 24 teams playing each other in just 2 hub cities, Josh.
Wow.
And those hub cities have not been named yet. So there you go.
I'd like to see Columbus get it. And
I would too.
Yeah.
What is that going to be based on?
Well, it'll be based on
the amount of ultraviolet light in the arena.
Just like you.
See, the UV kills the CV.
Yeah.
The NFL commissioner has told the 32 clubs in a memo yesterday that coaching staffs may work from team complexes starting today. Previously, only up to 75 people per day could be at the facilities, with coaches and players not seeking treatment for injuries barred. The maximum number of club employees in each facility will be increased to 100, subject to governmental regulations and implementation of health protocols developed by the NFL's medical staff.
So they're getting closer.
They're getting closer. NASCAR set to run their All-Star race on a Wednesday night in Charlotte and added one more weekend Cup Series race as part of their latest revised schedule through July. And the Brickyard 400 will be held in Indianapolis without fans this year. That was announced yesterday. The All-Star race is now...
Well, actually, it's been without fans for the last few years.
Well.
Sorry. Truth hurt.
Nobody answered the phone. For the
Yeah, I'm not. Don't worry.
Thank God for caller ID. Hey, dude, it was Tom. What am I supposed to do? The All-Star race now slated for July 15th, 2 months after it was scheduled to be run before postponed by the virus pandemic. And elsewhere in sports... A huge shark stole a spearfisher's flipper and almost got his foot.
Oh.
Boy. Scary.
I guess this is sports.
Well, I debated, but I gave it to you.
18-year-old Lachlan Pye, P-Y-E, was skin diving off the coast.
Doesn't Lachlan Pie sounds like something you'd get at a restaurant? You tried the Lachlan Pie?
Oh man,
unbelievable.
It's rich. Yeah,
it's like human foot.
Doesn't skin diving
that doesn't sound good.
Something dirty?
Foot.
Human foot.
Yeah. No thanks.
Man, oh man.
Skin diving?
Yeah, it sounds dirty.
Yeah.
It does, yeah.
Off the coast of Lucinda. Oh, it's beautiful there. It's gorgeous. I have a place there in Lucinda. In far north Queensland, Australia.
How come I haven't been invited?
When an 11-foot-long bull shark charged him out of nowhere, Lachlan said. The 18-year-old said the shark came up from underneath, and you know how sharks do from the water.
Well, you know what they say. You mess with a bull shark,
you get the
teeth. I don't.
Started chomping at my flipper. It was 2 minutes of
flipper.
Pie began kicking wildly, but it was not until the 18-year-old kicked the shark in the head that it swammed off. Oh,
swammed off.
Swammed off.
Is that what it says there?
Swammed off. Did I say swammed off?
Yeah.
You know what I meant.
It's the past.
Darn right.
That's the coffee time.
I wonder how the Shark News handled this.
The what?
Yeah, you're right.
Unnamed fisherman.
Innocent bull shark kicked in head.
terrorizes shark community.
Yeah.
Who wants that?
I think all these shark stories, you have to remember the one thing. We're in their house.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's pictures of this. This guy's got on a GoPro. This is genuinely scary.
Oh, I can't imagine.
Why is he wearing a GoPro? Well, obviously
there's a photograph I'm looking at right now where you can see he's wearing those really long flippers, the really big ones,
The flippers.
Yeah, and there's a giant shark
faster than
with his mouth around the lower quarter of them.
Yikes!
Yikes!
That would have been your foot, son. Yikes! And would you, if you knew it was shark-infested water with the word "murky" in it? that to me is a turnoff.
I would have passed.
Yeah,
but that's me.
You're not going to be able to see much.
Do you know where I learned the word "murky"?
Yes, I do.
I bet Chick knows. Yeah.
Why would you know? No, I don't.
I don't.
I learned that in reference to Chappaquiddick.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Teddy Kennedy, I dove repeatedly into the murky, murky water.
I don't think. I don't know.
Speaking
Speaking
of water, I had some to my bourbon. And that's it, Ted. You just kill him.
And we got one of these.
We do?
From Hamilton County, Tennessee, around 9 p.m. last weekend, David Anderson invited his friends out for a fishing trip. No, everybody passed. Later that night, he reeled in a near record-breaking 103-pound blue catfish.
It is a monster. I saw a photo of this on Instagram.
This is same size as Christy, more or less.
Are you kidding?
Same
and
size.
didn't break the record.
No. He said he knew it'd be close. He fought the fish strong enough to break the net, laid to scoop the fish from the water.
I believe he fought it for 2 hours.
Robert E. Lewis set the record for the blue catfish on the Cumberland in 1998. That was 112 pounds. That's the record.
Oh,
This
thing is ugly.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The bigger they
Those
get,
blue
the uglier
cats,
they get.
yeah.
They're
Whoa,
grotesque and they're horrible. Horrible.
good eats.
And
nature's mistake is what they are.
Did they throw it back, or are they going to?
Oh,
they're going to eat this baby.
I hope he mounted it and.
Actually, well, it looks like it's lying on concrete in this picture. So I'm guessing he may be.
Might have to revive it.
Maybe at the church fish fry this weekend.
You get that taxidermied.
Keep 6 feet away.
He started broadcasting the catch online on his Facebook page. Most of his friends joked with him to just pull the fish in. However, it took around an hour before the fish was close enough on the bank.
Here he is holding it, and it's almost as tall as he is.
It's nuts.
He's holding it up. It goes up to his nipples, and he's leaning back trying to pick it up. Yeah, man, that is one big, slimy, ugly catfish.
There was a guy at the Lake of the Ozarks who kept catching these gigantic catfish over and over, and he was making the news and all this stuff until finally they discovered he had been using for bait kittens.
Oh, you could have saved that. You did not have to share that.
I'm going to go get some Pabst.
I think that's the show, everybody. We're going to do the best of for the rest of the morning.
See, this weekend I'm taking my little girls fishing. We were going to use night crawlers.
Kittens?
Now
That's the way to go, yeah.
No, don't use kittens, especially with the smaller children.
No.
Kittens?
He was arrested.
Could I explain something?
Yeah.
Never heard that.
Oh, hang on, everybody. Tom's going to explain something. Yeah, Tom.
Catfish like them.
See, there are things that you can sort of have them pass through your mind ever so briefly and go, no, I won't say that out loud. Perhaps during the next break you could have shared that with me. I would have preferred if you kept it to yourself. I would have preferred never knowing that.
When he's fishing for the catfish with kittens.
Yeah.
How do they hook them into the line?
There is no need to.
You know how you pick the cat up by the nape of its neck? Like a mama lion?
Sure, yeah.
I'm sure it's something like that.
Come on.
Oh, run the hook through the back.
Because you want to move it.
Wait a second. Oh, look, I think I have letters.
Yeah.
You want them moving? They don't.
Sure, yeah, to attract the cats.
Even
They don't.
There's something funny down that road.
I have letters.
I'm a dyed-in-the-wool dog person. There's no doubt about it. But even I draw the line at fishing.
Why was horrible.
Okay, Pat.
Community was horrible.
Let's get ready for a sing-along.
The community was horrible.
Get out the guitar because Josh's confession that he urinated on a bed with a young lady after a round of whoring one night.
How did we get to this?
I don't know.
Catfishing with kittens. Okay.
This is a short story. Josh and one of his employees, or what was it? A fellow employee. Where were you working at the time?
Six Flags St. Louis.
Six Flags St. Louis.
Yeah. Not just working there. The star of the Looney Tunes.
That's right.
Broadway
that
show.
Lucky young lady got to bang Foghorn Leghorn.
You're darn right she did.
And then she got Foghorn urinating in her bed.
Yeah.
I mean, you're honest about it. You apparently had too much to drink.
Yes.
You peed all over her. You woke up in a puddle of pee in her bed and ended up helping her clean it up. But God knows that mattress hope that mattress has been retired.
Yeah, I would like to think it is.
Yeah, she goes to change the sheets and goes, oh, look, there's a map of China. We have received more than 100 emails about this, and people who have either witnessed one of their friends do this or a partner do this. I'm surprised how many people have peed into drawers.
Yeah,
I think, as Christy said,
that's a big one.
It's almost like a form of sleepwalking, I think.
Yes, I think so
absolutely.
too.
And
there's something that must be universal going on in their
it's
brains.
primarily guys, but it has been some women. This comes to us from, it says, subject heading regarding Josh. I urinated in some random shoes while intoxicated. Turned out they were my cleats. The next day, I had to practice in 100-degree heat.
Oh, no.
The smell.
He can only imagine.
That's how the sentence ends. Remember two-a-days? Anybody?
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Can you imagine doing two-a-days in
Right here, baby.
urine-soaked cleats?
Didn't we talk with the voice artist Billy West, and he said he did Ren or Stimpy, one of those voices. He based it on Mo from the Three
Larry.
Stooges, or Larry
Yeah,
of the Three Stooges, and he said he got that voice because he said, "Hey Mo, I pissed in my shoes." That's where that was the phrase that would set him off to do Ren. Yeah.
Oh Lord, we have also a request for something.
We do?
Yeah, we do. Father's Day is
June 21st.
So it's
2 weeks from Sunday.
Okay. And
So I'm here for you for math.
all right, and there are a lot of dads out there. Our big suggestion, by the way, of course, is to go to Omaha Steaks, get that great dad package, because every dad wants that more than anything else. But this is a song for someone who could be a father by many requests. It's called The Man Song.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man song.
He's the man. He's the man.
I don't take no crap from anybody else but you. I wear the pants around here when I finish with your laundry. Cause I'm a guy you don't want to fight. When I say jump, you say yeah right. I'm the man of this house until you get home.
He's the man. He's the man.
What I say goes around here right out the window. And I don't want to hear a lot of whining, so I'll shut up. The sooner you learn who's boss around here, the sooner you can give me my orders, dear. Because I'm head honcho around here, but it's all in my head.
He's the man. He's the man.
And I can have sex anytime that you want. Because I'm a man who has needs, but they're not that important. And don't expect any flowers from me, because if I'm not mistaken, you prefer jewelry. I'm the king of my castle when you're not around.
He's the man. He's the man.
And I'll drink and watch sports whenever I want to get in trouble. And I'll come home when I'm good and ready to sleep on the couch. Because a man's got to do what a man's got to do, and I'm going to do what you tell me to, because I'm top dog around here, but I've been neutered.
He's the man. He's the man. You the man.
You the man. You the man. Sean Morey by request. If you want to get a hold of us, it's Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. We're getting letters from all over the world. Happy to go through them and get the occasional request in like that one. Also got a really obscure request coming up.
And Pat Godwin's here with a song that he'll be
sorry, Pat, we're
getting
to
to later.
We're going to do it in just a second. I had a technical issue over here.
You should start playing cards. You had me bluffed, man. I thought I thought we were going to Godwin.
Yeah, Pat did too.
You
He
asked
started
me. I knew what
playing
song
and
you
everything.
wanted.
Yeah.
I was right there. I got the lyrics up.
Yep.
Sean Morey. This way it's going to keep you sharp.
He's doing you a favor, Pat.
Yeah. Hey, I'd like you, maybe you want to do yourself a favor if in these semi-quarantined days you've been having maybe a little bit of anxiety. I think we all have. You're dealing with erectile dysfunction. Oh, you can actually deal with it and take care of it thanks to our friends at Roman. It's a pharmaceutical distributor that distributes the real stuff, the stuff that you've been seeing advertised on television for quite a while now. Things like Viagra, et cetera, and the various versions of that. There's a bunch of different ones. Roman is a pharmaceutical distributor. You find them by going to getroman.com/wood. You go there. You can do it from the privacy of your own home, wherever you are. Do it on your phone. Do it on your computer. And you'll be hooked up with an actual physician. And the way it works, within 24 hours, in fact, you'll be contacted by a U.S. licensed physician. If you go to GetRoman.com/wood, if the doctor determines the treatments that they have are right for you, guess what? That medication can be yours. In fact, they have free 2-day shipping. So that, and how much is that exam, the medical?
Oh, free.
It's also free. Thank you very much, Josh. So if you're struggling with ED, stay home and get to GetRoman.com/wood. GETROMAN, GetRoman.com/wood. A free online visit, free 2-day shipping. Once again, get part of your life back. Go to GetRoman.com/wood. It's all very private. It's a free online visit and free 2-day shipping. GetRoman.com/wood. Thank you very much. When we come back, got a little song from Mr. Godwin. And some other really good stuff in the realm of sports. Is that correct?
No.
Okay, good. We have a bunch of science news and a super cool story about a sunken village.
And we're going to talk about sex, baby.
Oh.
Okay, good. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, it's Josh. Just getting ready to do some yard work. I wanted to tell you real quick about BobandTomStore.com. My gosh, it's the place for you or the biggest Bob and Tom fan you know to check out some of our wares. We've got sweatshirts, t-shirts, hats, the whole kit and caboodle, as they say. And, I think it's a great place to, buy gifts, get a few, just check it out. BobandTomStore.com. That's HTTPS // So check it out, BobandTomStore.com. It's real easy. Just type into your computer HTTPS / BobandTomStore.com /. My gosh, you'll find everything you might want at that site there.
Hello, you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
Hey, Mark Allison with you, rolling through a Friday. It is June 5th, and on the way, comedian DJ Dangler and comedian Gina Brion via Zoom on a Friday, right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. More of the Bob and Tom Show after this.
From the crazycockwine.com sports desk, I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom sports update. The NBA Board of Governors has approved a 22-team format for restarting the league season in late July at the Disney campus near Orlando. The format calls for each team playing 8 games to determine playoff seeding, plus the possible utilization of a play-in tournament for the final spot for the Eastern Conference and Western Conference postseason fields. The NHL says each of its playoff series will be a best-of-7 format after the initial qualifying round. Teams will be reseeded throughout if the league is able to return with its 24-team plan later this summer. And NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell has told the 32 clubs in a memo obtained by the Associated Press that coaching staffs may work from team complexes starting today. And NASCAR is set to run their All-Star race on a Wednesday night in Charlotte and added one more weeknight Cup Series as part of their latest revised schedule through July. And the Indianapolis Motor Speedway will hold the July 4th IndyCar NASCAR doubleheader without fans. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I listen every day to the show. Thank you. I know everyone picks on each other, but is Tom really that crazy in everyday life? Or is it a show thing?
No.
He seems like he's going off the rails more and more. How does he live every day? Tom, your thoughts?
Well, I'll be okay.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Sure.
That's that there.
He's
in
fine
there
with it,
lies
yeah.
the rub. He will be okay.
He will be okay no matter what.
Leaving a wake of destruction.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like
there's
Mr. Magoo.
Spilled coffee and fires everywhere, but he'll be fine.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Bob.
And this is Tom. And this is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedy on your computer all day and all night.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Joined in the studio by comedian Darren Carter. You do have a very nice head of hair. It happens to be red in color.
You know what? It's another example of keeping the red-headed man down. He didn't know. That's all right. I forgive
sorry,
you.
man.
Shake my hand. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. All right.
It's all good, baby. It's all good. They're keeping the redheaded man down. Every time you see a redhead on TV, we're a nerd, we're a clown, we're Bozo, Howdy Doody, Ronald McDonald. You just can't help it. People see us, they go, "What's up, Fireball, Flame Brain?" Women always want tall, dark, and handsome, never pasty, pink, and wholesome. I like to use the Bob and Tom show for my own personal use. I'm organizing a million redheaded man march.
All right.
Are there that many?
No. There's like 12 guys with red hair. I don't even think we'd make hands across the street, to be honest with you.
You're a young guy. What kind of music are you into?
Man, I'm into. You know what I love? I love to wake up early in the morning to angry gangster rap.
Really?
It does. Alarms don't wake me up, but gangster rap. There's nothing better than when you're like really tired and you're all in your blankets, hearing this. I'll pop a cap in your ass, fool. Trick ass biatch. And then the DJ comes on. That was Let's Be Friends.
Yeah. Sure. All right.
Hip hop slang is like so popular now. I mean, I was at the dentist's office and it hurt, and he goes, "My bad." I was like, "Damn, I was like, my bad. You're my dentist."
Do you really listen to rap music?
Yeah, I listen to it. I listen to everything though. When I first, like when I first got here, Chick was, hassling me because of my red hair. Well, when I started rapping, the kids, they stopped calling me names, and they were like, I wasn't Darren, I was Deron. It's true. That was kind of like my way out, It was like, they were like, "What's up, Deron? What's up, baby? It's all good." And I was like, "Oh, cool, man. I'm not a nerd anymore." "Nah, fool, you can rap, man. You can rap, dog." And I wasn't even that good. It's just there was no white guys rapping yet, And now it's, man, I'm telling you, styles have changed. And, gangster rap is popular. And see, I can't even fake it. How come I going to fake like I'm in a gang? How scary would my gang be? 15 redheads coming to your neighborhood, out there covered in sunscreen, be like wiping it on, talking about, "Stop pushing me, Trevor." Damn it, it's so hot out here. Our little gang hand sign would be like, when you hold your hand above your eyebrows, trying to make sunglasses, squinting our eyes. We wouldn't be talking about West Side, East Side. We'd be like, "Hey, let's go inside."
Shade.
Yeah, shady. That's what we'd be on the shady side of the street. We'd only be in neighborhoods with big trees.
46 on the button at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
And once again, she has a button nose. It's Christy Lee with the weather.
Q95 Fox 59 weekend weather from the CarX Man. We'll have partly cloudy skies today with a stray shower or thunderstorm possible, high 87. Less humid for the weekend. Plenty of sunshine, 85 Saturday, 83 Sunday. 68 currently. What about that moon? Did you see the moon?
Oh, we were just talking about that.
Wow.
Gorgeous moon this morning.
I threw a haze of humidity when I got here.
Really?
Yeah, it was really humid there for a while. But, great looking.
Lit up my bedroom like a spotlight.
Oh, see any strangers in there with you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Would have been a much better story.
Sorry.
What's your name, sir? How'd you get in here? And please stay. Wait a minute. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. I look around the room and I see Josh Arnold in the sidekick chair. That's not just any sidekick chair. It's the orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair. Let's see now. Ace Cosby's occupying the omahasteaks.com. It's a great Father's Day package. Ace Cosby Joke of the Day chair, brought to you by omahasteaks.com. Yes, sirree. That phone's going to ring later on. It'll be Donnie Baker in about half an hour, and I would suspect it'll be ringing on the track phone hotline. Right now, we return to the sports desk after Josh ruined the show by talking about some guy had a world catfish record almost.
And I have an update on that story. That Tennessee man says he wishes his friends were there when he reeled in that 103-pound blue catfish.
I bet.
Almost the world record, 112 pounds. It was at a reservoir in Suck Creek, Tennessee on Saturday night.
Oh, Suck Creek?
How do you spell that?
S-U-C-K? C-R-E-E-K.
That's Suck Creek.
Traditional. Sure is.
Wow. According to reports, David Anderson nearly broke the state record with the catch. "Fishing is more than catching for me," said Anderson. "It's my church. It's my go-to. It's my getaway."
Nice.
Where I gather my thoughts there on Suck Creek.
Sure.
It was like I was walking a dog and then it would walk me, he said.
Up on
while
Creek.
he was trying to catch the fish.
What was the final? What was the weight? 103
pounds.
Man.
almost as big as he, and I'd say bigger than Christy. Okay. She's very modest.
And then let's not
thank you.
Let's not review your unfortunate catfish story.
Well, we actually have a win bag that came in.
Do you need to go back to that horrible story?
Well, I just mentioned that there was a man who was catching gigantic catfish in the Lake of the Ozarks, one after another for weeks, and eventually they found out it was because he'd been using, for bait, he was using kittens.
There's nothing funny down there.
But in all fairness, the community was
horrified
when
they learned of it.
They should be. That's just horrific.
Well, of course, yeah.
Well, this person writes in, John writes in, I have to admit, I've gone fishing with kittens before at our county park and caught a 115-pound brunette real estate agent that makes over $100,000 a year and bought me a car. So don't tell me it doesn't work, John says.
This is like Donnie Baker talking about taking his chihuahua to the dog park.
Exactly.
You can fish with kittens and fish with puppies.
Chick magnets.
Good ending.
Yes,
Yeah,
very
baby.
good. Very good.
And
And
finally,
oddly enough, by the way, the
What?
greatest so-called chick magnet, as you said,
Yeah,
Christy, is
baby.
a baby.
Absolutely.
Isn't that interesting?
Josh,
Yeah.
borrow a baby. Mm-hmm. Well, you can't do it right now, but never mind. When times get normal, if they ever do, borrow a baby.
hey, he said,
Take it for a stroll in
Walk
the park.
around the mall, and all of a sudden,
perhaps,
then just go. I'm his uncle.
perhaps I could jump in with a sports story.
Okay.
No, because we have to do Godwin's song.
Oh.
I promised that because we've been getting all these letters about unfortunate urination events while intoxicated. Here we go. My cousin lived next door and came over one night. My buddies and I were there. We didn't realize that he was semi-intoxicated. Told him to grab a beer in the fridge. When we looked up, he was peeing in the crisper drawer.
Oh, yeah.
Man, oh, man.
And he ends it Roll Tide. Okay.
All right.
Get that in there,
Bama
certainly.
fan, huh?
Roll Tide.
Yeah, then here's one about back in the day, they used to go Christmas caroling for panties.
What?
Yeah, we...
Wait a minute.
Oh, sure, that old tradition?
Yeah.
You knock on the door and say, hey, I'll sing you a Christmas carol if you give me your panties?
Well, here's the thing. It was a college thing. This guy goes, it was his fraternity. They'd go to every sorority house and sing Christmas carols for panties.
Singing in our lacy underwear.
Wow.
Well.
I did not go to college. I didn't have the pleasure, but were you ever on any panty raids there,
No.
Tom?
No.
Did you know anyone who went on panty raids?
No.
Yeah, I
was
know. I
not-
think-
Really?
That was kind of, I think, you'd hear about
That was
that
a
in the
50s thing, wasn't it?
Josh, panty raid?
No.
Huh.
Yeah, I think that may be specific to some
Animal House
colleges.
kind of thing.
Yeah. No, but we were talking about that because we had the story about the guy huffing panties. Then we got a letter from a guy yesterday who's a big fan of the panty huffing.
Okay.
Which is very, very weird. But we were,
Not
again,
judging you, man.
Our topic was peeing in strange places. This is from a young lady who found her husband peeing into their box fan. While drunk.
Well, that could be
It
dangerous.
woke her up because there was urine, quote, spewing all over the bed and the walls.
It's like being on the Maiden of the Mist.
By the way, here's the best part. I stayed married to him for 5 more years. He is now my ex-husband.
Okay. All right.
Got a lot of these. And I think Christy's right. I think a lot of this is kind of a sleepwalking thing. I guess people, does that happen if you get incredibly intoxicated?
I think so.
It happens to me.
Happened to someone I knew. No.
I mean, we have hundreds of these now.
I've been, it's been a while, but I've been overserved, and I've never, I've always managed to maintain my,
as far as you know,
my bladder. Yes, I guess. I don't know how you would do it and not know.
Now, here's something with a slightly different twist to it.
Okay.
This comes to us from Troy. He goes, I was in a hotel traveling on business. The room had the vanity just inside the room door opposite the toilet and shower. At 2 a.m., I stumbled to where my toilet was, I thought, next to the vanity. I peed in the floor, opened the door that at my house would have opened into the bedroom. I ended up in the hotel hallway. I, of course, realized this when the door closed and clicked locked.
Ah, man.
Then took the walk of shame, drunk in my underwear, to the front desk for an extra key. Upon my apology, the clerk said, no problem. This happens all the time.
Yeah.
I thought you did that once, not drunk, but you locked yourself out.
I locked myself up because the fire alarm had gone off at
were
the
in the hall.
Beaver Creek Lodge in Colorado. It had been open for a week.
Sleeping in the raw.
And
out
it was
in the cold.
17 below zero, and the pipes in the upper floor burst, which I didn't know at the time. The pipes burst. The fire alarm went off. I opened the door. see what was going on because it was a really loud alarm, and then the door shut and locked. Thank you. Back to you. Oh, wait a minute. We got to do our song, Pat. I'm
yes.
sorry.
Are you sure?
Yes, our tribute to Josh peeing in the bed with this young lady. What was her name?
I don't remember.
Oh!
Is that Ukrainian?
So you had carnal knowledge of this woman, and yet you don't remember her name.
And you worked with
Hang
her.
on a second.
Yeah, I honestly do.
I think you all missed what Pat said. What did you say her name was?
I don't remember.
Is that Ukrainian?
Ukrainian. Godwin said.
Old school vaudeville right there.
Okay, so this is a song about your urinating in her bed, waking up.
Addie, maybe? Something like that?
Don't just throw out names.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Tina. Could have been Tina.
Rachel.
Barbara, what?
None of those.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Let me tell you a story.
All right.
In St. Louis, where he was born, lived a man we call Josh. Went on a date with a girl from work. They both got pretty sloshed. They did the deed and went to sleep. Woke up soaking wet, but he was smitten. Josh was drunk. He peed the bed, then went fishing with kittens. They're both sleeping on yellow piston sheets. Yellow piston sheets. Yellow piston sheets. They're both sleeping on yellow piston sheets. Yellow piston sheets. Yellow piston sheets. Full speed ahead, Captain.
Aye, aye. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Keep those cards and letters coming. By the way, we were talking a lot about double yolks recently.
Yeah.
Because I bought a thing of eggs and they were all double yolks. Then I found out that there's actually a place that you can get all double yolk eggs. Here's a great idea for Ace. Do the on Tuesdays, do the double yolk of the day. Brought to you by Ace Cosby.
Well, we can do that. That's Tuesday, though. We don't have to worry about it today.
Nope.
Okay.
Coming up, the Ace Cosby joke of the day brought to you by Omaha Steaks.
And one more sports story.
Coming up, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com.
Morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, this is the Bob and Tom Show?
Yeah!
Hey, boys, this is the pole.
It's the pole! Hey, your pontiffness? You going to the funeral?
I gotta go to the freaking funeral.
Yeah.
Hang around and console the freak of the family. It's a very sad for these people, though.
Yeah, sure. Lost their bishop.
I don't believe it. I gotta catch a freak in a plane in a little bit.
Okay.
Hey, Papa, you gotta call on friggin' line 2. You know, it's probably the freak of the family.
Hang up.
But it is.
Hang up. That's the pontiff. Yeah, we'll be right back. This is the Bob.
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, rolling through a Friday. Bobcat, how are you? I'm Mark Allison. Thanks so much for joining us. Hey, guess what? Right now, you can head on over to Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. There's a little red button there that says subscribe. Click on that for us. That's all we ask. It's free. Won't cost you nothing. No cost. You can watch the Bob and Tom Show's YouTube channel tonight, Monday through Friday, actually, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Video highlights, 20 minutes of today's Bob and Tom Show tonight. We call it Bob and Tom Tonight. Plus, you can look through the Bob and Tom archives, other highlights there on the YouTube channel. And again, click on the red subscribe button today. Won't cost you a thing. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Go do it.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Protesters stayed on the streets of New York City after curfew for another day Thursday, spurred by the death of George Floyd. Actions by the protesters included gathering at Brooklyn's Cadman Plaza, the site where police used batons against demonstrators who were out past the city-imposed curfew a night earlier. Thousands of protesters were out, as were police. And police challenged whether a Black Lives Matter protest planned for Saturday in Australia's largest city is too much of a virus risk. As demonstrators in the capital of Sydney reminded the country that racial inequality is not a U.S. issue alone, masks and hand sanitizers were handed out at a recent Canberra rally. Most protesters there kept social distance except to hear speeches. The crowd exceeded virus limits, though. Police did not intervene. However, Saturday's protests are likely to be much larger and will be harder to maintain social distancing. And Saturday's anniversary will be one of the loneliest remembrances ever for the June 6, 1944 D-Day landings in Normandy. The coronavirus pandemic is keeping almost everyone away, from government leaders to frail veterans who might not get another chance for a final farewell to their unlucky comrades. Even the weather forecast is bad. Heading into the Remembrance Weekend, the salty brine coming up the ocean at France's Omaha Beach hits the nostrils, the shrieks of seagulls pierces the ears, and a sense of desolation hangs over the region's country roads. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24/7.
You might hear bits of conversation as you pass through public places. Some loud talker on a cell phone. At the next table, there's a tiff. Most washed by and not remembered. But one night just last December, I passed two women who were talking by the front door of my hotel. The moment that I heard their words, I stopped and thanked them by the curb. I said it was the finest one-line eavesdrop that I had ever known. Scribbling on my hotel bed, I recorded what they said. With a hotel pen, I wrote then they had to taser her again. Again, they had to taser her. First time wasn't phasing her. Whatever she did it twice. Who was that gal? Why weren't she nice? She still advanced, a-comin' strong. So they cranked the volts. She soiled her thong. Didn't get the hint, because then they had to taser her again. There are questions that are classic, like a diamond with its facets. You can look from every angle and never guess the truth. Were there warrants unresolved? How much alcohol was involved? How long had she been on the phone to tech support? Oh, again, they had to taser her. First time wasn't phasing her. Whatever she did it twice. Who was that gal? Why weren't she nice? She still advanced, a-comin' strong. So they cranked the volts. She soiled her thong. Didn't get the hint, because then they had to taser her again. Didn't get the hint, because then they had to taser her again.
7:02 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
She's Christy Lee, and she's got a great weather forecast for the most part.
Yes, Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. We will have shower or thunderstorm possible maybe today, but otherwise partly cloudy and 87. The big news is for the weekend, less humidity, lots of sunshine, high 85 Saturday, 83 Sunday, 68 currently.
And a big, big moon.
Big moon, full moon.
Big ass moon.
Ironic. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Glad to be here. Today, 5 June 2020, the semi-quarantine continues.
We have a staff member update coming up.
Okay, good.
Staff member.
We'll
Everything
look forward
okay?
to that. We have, let's see, Chick McGee across the way at the crazycockwine.com sports desk, and Christy Lee's in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
Looking good with that haircut, baby.
I was that's exactly what the staff
See,
update was about.
You heard me in the hallway say something, didn't you?
No.
No one's noticed I got 3 inches of my hair cut off.
Now, let me just say something. If you're familiar with the Andy Griffith Show, Andy Griffith once explained that the perfect haircut doesn't look like you got a haircut.
Ah.
See, that's a perfect haircut. Your
Well, thank
bangs
you.
don't look like they were lopped off.
No, I've got a lot. Oh, look at this.
No, but I can tell the difference in your shoulder.
Layers and
Looks great.
Are you missing the point? You're not supposed to. You're supposed to go, yeah, you look great.
Yeah, no, I'm not missing the point at all. I actually noticed. I don't need Andy Griffith's
You
lame
did
excuse
notice.
for not noticing.
You don't
I
like
said
Andy
something-
Griffith?
I
Why don't you
love
just
Andy
go?
Griffith.
Why don't you just go with your little socialist friends?
What does that even
and
mean?
Start a little group, and you can just move to China.
My kids, I walked in and I go, "Do you like my new haircut?" And they go, "Honestly, you've looked the same our whole lives. We don't notice at all." Thanks.
No, your hair looks great. Your bangs,
Yeah, it does.
because sometimes if you get your bangs cut and you get them cut too short, you have
Yeah.
that weird French look.
Yeah, no, I don't have that
I
today.
get a big haircut.
Wait a
tomorrow.
second. Speaking of haircuts, I just looked to my left, and we've been
Sorry,
joined
buddy.
by my son Willie in Chicago with the attempted mustache. Man, that is not getting any better. How
Thank
come?
you. That's very
How
nice
come
of you.
below your
Thank
below your left nostril, there's like this glob of hair?
What?
Yeah, look at that thing.
No, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's.
I see if you want to examine it under a microscope. I see what you're trying to say, but
Yeah, there's like a no man's land during what is this called? What is this called? Your feltrum or something? What is this thing?
your filtrum, yeah,
Filtrum.
the 2 lines.
Yeah, no, my mustache does not look good. I'm actually just calling in for a quick fact check. I have a quick fact check for you guys.
Okay.
Earlier, Dad, you told a story. You in Beaver Creek Lodge, you got stuck in the lobby in your underwear.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's
It's a
not-
great.
I didn't say underwear.
You were
Oh,
naked, right?
Yeah, I was naked.
You were naked. Okay, no, but there's actually the part of the story I'm fact checking is that you went to the lobby to check out a fire. And everyone should know that you left your wife, your son, and your nieces in that hotel room.
Yeah, it was a brand new hotel, and it was 17 below zero, and the fire alarm went off in the middle of the night. And as it turned out, the pipes had frozen. We didn't know at the time that pipes had frozen in this brand new hotel up above.
See, these are you said all of these details before. You neglected to mention that you left your family in a burning hotel room.
You're glossing over the fact that if you perish, all is lost.
Yes.
So
No.
you have to.
In my defense, I did not know the hotel wasn't on fire because this is also
is that
That is incriminating.
That does make it worse. When you get everybody up and out.
No, by the way, Willie, I don't know if you remember this aspect of that. You were just a little kid. The other funny thing is I had rented a Suburban, my vehicle of choice. I have owned one ever since. Remember, I'd rented. Do you remember this? I rented a Suburban, drove from the Denver airport, whatever it is.
Oh, is this where this
2.5, 3 hours? Pulled up to the hotel, and they have one of those. What is it called? Porte-a-cochere things. What are those?
Yeah.
Where you into what is it,
Underneath
like a roof over
Sure,
the
over
driveway.
yeah.
You pulled up, get everybody
pulled up,
out.
got
of the
out, got
car.
everybody out, and then went about our merry way. Figured they'll the valet park the car, and then came back like 6 hours later, and the car was still sitting there running
with the door open.
Turns out they didn't have valet parking.
Also, yesterday someone tweeted me, "Hey, Chick, I disappointed you missed this when Willie checked in the other morning." Tom's son, Willie, of course. We all missed the fact that Tom asked Willie, "How many sisters does she have?" I did miss that little nugget.
One more, apparently, when we were talking about me enjoying peeing in the sink.
Yes.
We had neglected to bring up the fact that Tom frequently peed in a cup while in the kitchen because he did not have time to walk to the bathroom in his home.
That's right.
correct.
Oh, yeah.
Are you serious?
While on the phone.
Yeah, not a cup.
Oh.
No.
Really? Just in the sink?
No. You take a plastic quart milk thing.
Listen to the system he has.
Take a pair of scissors.
Look at your son.
Take a pair
I
of scissors.
didn't use a cup. I used what you put the milk into.
Yes. No, but you have to take a pair of scissors and widen that hole at the top.
Yeah, which takes how much longer just to go to the
Why
bathroom?
wouldn't you just go to the bathroom?
No, then you keep that under the sink.
What?
So there's a hint of urine in the air all the time? Is that,
Yeah.
Like you do with bacon grease?
Exactly.
Do you have a chamber
Except
pot?
it's plastic.
Oh, lovely.
That's
lovely,
right, Willie. While you were growing up, there was a gallon of piss under your sink.
Little did you know, your dad is Howard Hughes.
Yeah, that's so Howard Hughes.
Yeah, it is.
No, that's a true story about the Beaver Creek Lodge. And another thing, I mentioned earlier that I had actually seen a president of the United States in person. That was where we were having dinner after watching the tree lighting, and Gerald R. Ford was at the same buffet with us.
Sure.
Gerald R. Ford, do you remember that?
I do. I remember the Griswolds coming in. He pissed right in the left.
Very respectful. And were you old enough to remember that one douchebag yelling out, "Hey, Prez"? What? Why didn't the Secret Service just pound him to the ground?
No, but in his defense, Ford was never elected. So
That doesn't matter. Have some respect. Jesus.
We're still president.
God, this drives me crazy. I mean,
okay.
You know, there was a time when he stepped in and had to do what he had to do. And
Is it true that you kind of gotten he kind of got in your way a little bit, and he no, let's see, how can I phrase it?
Willie, this is known as trying to form a joke, and then in Josh's head he realized it was not going to work.
No.
Go ahead.
Not over yet. Not over yet.
Yeah, give it a shot. Let's get this.
So it's a buffet.
Okay.
It's a buffet. Gerald Ford is
and
up there.
you kind of got in his way, and you go, "Pardon me." And already did that. And
he goes, but Dick Nixon did that.
Right. Yeah, so you see where I was kind
Yes,
of.
the pardon me joke.
Right.
See, it would have been funnier if it had been Dick Nixon, and then you would have said, "Pardon me."
Oh my goodness.
And even if it had been Nixon, you still have enough respect
Ford,
to go.
pardon Nixon,
You don't
right?
go, "Hey, Prez."
Right.
You don't go, "Hey, quitter." You don't do that.
Quitter. He didn't quit anything. He hung in there.
No, he's famous for the "I am not a quitter" speech.
By the way, Dad, you asked me if I remember this story. I don't remember a single president before George Bush.
There you go.
No.
There you
George
go.
W. Bush, by the way. That is.
Okay. Well, yeah, but that was one cold ski trip. I don't know if you were such a little kid, you probably don't remember.
No idea.
Nothing worse than 17 degrees below zero dressing a 3-year-old to go skiing.
Yeah, I don't know how
The only thing he remembers from this trip is cowering in his hotel room thinking they were going to burn to death.
Where's Daddy?
You'd abandoned them.
I didn't abandon them. I got back in the room. And everything was okay.
So did anybody see you naked in the hallway?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But it was cold. Anyway, so there we go. Willie, do you have a little preview of what you're going to do next week?
Yeah, I figure next time I call in, we can do a quiz.
Oh, good.
As always, multiple choice, 3 questions, 3 answers.
Okay.
And this time we're trying to find ass, grass, or the cast of MASH.
All right.
Oh, now you're in chick territory.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Chick loves, especially the early years of MASH.
Yes. Right up until Larry Linville leaves, and then you can have it. Yeah. But,
okay. But
Frank Burns eats worms.
Now, here's a little fact for you. Did you know that there were actually more half-hour episodes of MASH
I don't believe this.
than there were half-hours of the Korean War?
Oh.
Yes, it became a kind of a cash machine.
Again, don't remember a president before George W. Bush. This is all just...
Yeah, you brought up MASH. Okay. Well, did you see the coming up, we have a little update on the anniversary of 10-cent beer night.
Oh, we do?
At Cleveland Stadium.
Man, oh, man.
And was it 74? Right?
Yes.
Yeah, 74 yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said you had, Willie, stick around. You said you had one more sports story?
One more. Well,
maybe Willie can weigh in on this.
I actually have a Today in History sports here coming up. But first, Major League Soccer has announced that it's resuming the season with the tournament. MLS and the Players Union agreed to a 6-year labor contract through 25 that paves the way for a tournament in Florida after the season is suspended by the pandemic. Details of the Florida tournament are still being finalized. The league's 26 teams and limited staff would be based in the Orlando area. Orlando's going to be busy.
Yeah, it is.
Matches would be played without fans at ESPN's Wide
So
World.
it'd be like regular MLS games.
He's making friends everywhere.
NASCAR fans, soccer fans. And coming up today in sports history. Our new feature that we're trying to keep going.
Could I just make a comment?
I can't think of any way to stop you.
Right now, our country needs a boost in morale
We need a big hug.
if you will.
Yeah, the space shuttle thing kind of helped a little bit.
That did.
But that kind of got drowned out. I mean, soccer coming back, great, but wouldn't baseball coming back be the thing?
It would help.
The NBA coming back, great. But
That's not going to happen. There's not going to be any baseball, dude.
How about a break? Come on. Baseball seems to me to be the least amount of contact of any sport, wouldn't you say? Except for the pitcher, the umpire. And what they talking
But
about
remember the
umpires?
initial guidelines they brought up? There was a limited number of people in the dugout. You can't spit. You can't grab yourself. I mean, it's all sorts
Get it
of stuff
together.
going
Come on,
man.
baseball. That'd be a nice, fun American thing to get back up and running, for God's sake. I'm tired of being locked.
I don't know. I don't really miss baseball. The other day, I got drunk and I got a sunburn, and I felt like I was at Wrigley Field. That's kind of all you need.
Fair enough.
Now you used to live right next to Wrigley Field.
Yeah, no. When they won the World Series, I was right across from the ballpark. But now I'm relatively near it.
Okay, all right. Well, Willie, good talking to you. We'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah.
Feel free to call back if you want to correct any more of my stories.
I'm just saying, next time there's a fire, don't leave your family in a hotel room.
I didn't leave the family. I was checking to see what was going on and inadvertently.
Because without you, all will perish. That's right. You're right. I agree with you, Tom.
Fire alarm open.
They're better off burning in a fire if you're going to die.
Tom
Good
opens
Lord.
the door and just addresses a bunch of smoldering skeletons. Turns out there is a fire. We need to leave.
Hello.
By the way, Gerald Ford is in the lobby.
We're skiing together tomorrow. Okay. Thank you very much. See you, Willie. Now, darn it. I wanted to ask Willie one more question.
I'm here. What's going on? What you got?
Father's Day is coming up in, 8 or 9 days?
2 weeks from Sunday.
2 weeks.
You're probably really easy to buy for because
June
you don't know that
21st.
Father's Day is happening. You don't know your birthday's going on. You barely know Christmas is
I thought it was next
transpiring.
week.
No, I said 2
The
weeks.
21st.
21st, 2 weeks from Sunday.
Willie, you know what to get them, right?
Omaha steaks.
That's
baby.
exactly right.
baby.
Those perfectly aged, tender steaks, my goodness, delivered right to Dad's door.
Because, Willie's my steak buddy.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You did that.
We
year
did that
of
thing
steaks.
for like 2 or 3 months. It was just me and Willie and Charlie living at my house. No women of any kind around. God, those were great days. We'd do steak every night.
These are on.
You could do that. You could do that again with all these Father's Day packages that Omaha Steaks have.
I bet there's a couple of people like to weigh in and said, you're more than welcome to do that. Do that again. Just you go right ahead.
Willie, isn't that one of your lists?
I have to tell you guys really quick. After my girlfriend left town when this pandemic started, I was on the phone with my dad, and I just go, yeah, I got to say, I'm getting pretty used to being here alone. And he goes, oh, I got to tell you, you can get used to the bachelor lifestyle very fast.
Very fast.
Well, whether your
Omaha Steaks. Omaha Steaks.
whether your dad is a bachelor or he's got a family.
Oh, there's a guy somewhere with a case of those Omaha steaks. He looks around. There's nobody there. Maybe his girlfriend's a vegetarian. And he goes, "This is a good present."
Oh, man, talk about a jackpot.
Steak fest.
You want yours? You want to get Dad? Get OmahaSteaks.com. Enter the code BTS into the search bar. You'll see all the great options available. Many include free shipping and, my goodness, a free 1-pound package of their perfectly cured, incredibly thick Applewood smoked steak cut bacon.
Those are some magic words. Smoked steak cut bacon. That means bacon this thick.
Does not get much better than that. Get one of the Father's Day packages for Old Pop. They include world-famous Omaha steaks, burgers, franks, sausages. Oh, those gourmet franks are just to die for. Premium poultry and pork cut by Omaha Steaks butchers, individually sealed for freshness and flavor. Tasty, easy-to-make side dishes, one-step family meals, artisan desserts, the whole schmear.
Yeah, by the way, in defense of women out there.
Yes.
I have a baby woman
Right.
in my house, my 4-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She loves the Omaha Steaks burgers and the Franks.
Oh, yeah.
She will eat nothing.
Baby woman.
So getting her to eat anything. But yeah, she loves the burgers and especially loves those hot dogs.
Oh, man. Make Father's Day simple this year. Send Dad the gift he really wants. Perfectly aged Omaha Steaks. Get free shipping and that free steak cut bacon with select packages. Visit OmahaSteaks.com. Type BTS in the search bar for the best Father's Day gifts today. Omaha Steaks.
Taking care of business. BTS. Oh,
That's,
that was
BTO.
BTO.
Yeah,
Oh, God. I love those guys.
Way to confuse everybody. Good job.
We're coming right back with Donnie Baker. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, everybody, this is Jimmy Pardo. You recognize my voice from the show and my face from television. You are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, this is Mark Allison. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Didn't that guy just say that? I think he did. Anyway, hey, go to bobandtomstore.com today and spend some money, because every dollar spent goes directly to Feeding America. You can get your Bob and Tom hat, T-shirt, sweatshirt for the Bob and Tom fan in your life and feel good about doing it. Again, every dollar spent at bobandtomstore.com goes directly to Feeding America, trying to restock those food kitchens across the country, and that's what Feeding America does. Hey, you don't have to buy something at the Bob and Tom store. It's cool if you do, because every dollar goes right to Feeding America. But if you really want to help the cause, just go directly to Feeding America and donate to them directly if you'd like. But the cool thing to do is buy a Bob and Tom hat. Go to bobandtomstore.com today. Buy now. Buy often.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. More than a few celebrities were on hand for the memorial service for George Floyd in Minneapolis. Among those seen at the event yesterday, comedian Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish, singer-actor Tyrese Gibson, rappers Ludacris and T.I. Mourners gazed at a mural honoring Floyd projected above his golden coffin. Floyd died May 25th after a white police officer pressed his knee into his back for nearly 9 minutes. And Gabrielle Union has taken her fight against NBC and the producers of America's Got Talent a step further. She's filed a claim with the state of California, saying she was fired because she complained about an on-set environment that tolerated racism. Her filing comes a week after a probe ordered by NBC concluded her claims of bias were unfounded. And for the first time since mid-March, a big Florida theme park is reopening. Universal Orlando reopens to the general public today after a 2-day dry run for those with annual passes. All visitors must wear face coverings and have their temperatures taken at the gate. SeaWorld Orlando opens next week, so do other SeaWorld-owned parks. And Walt Disney World plans to welcome back visitors next month. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, I'm Bob Dylan, and this is my very first commercial. Now I'm going to sing for you. When the wind was blowing like a rolling tambourine, on my big brass band, my boot heels were wandering, and heaven's door was knocking, and I was tangled up in blue. Well, how does it feel when the times are changing too? You know, my singing was getting a little hard to understand. That's when I discovered the Breathe All Right nasal strip. You know, just like the ones that all the football players wear. I can breathe better and just listen to me sing. Here, let me put this thing on.
The wind was blowing like a rolling tambourine. On my big grass bed, my boot heels were a wandering. Heaven's door was knocking and I was tangled up in blue. How does it feel when the times are a-changing too?
And not only do I sing better, listen to my harmonica playing. And now listen, I can even play the guitar better too.
Wow.
And it's all thanks to Breathe All Right nasal strip. So go to your drugstore and knock, knock, knock on the door. Tell him Bobby Zimmerman sent you. The answer, my friend, was blowing in the wind. I just couldn't smell it till now. Oh, my Breathe All Right thing just fell off. It got stuck on this damn harmonica holder. And for you ladies, there's a Breathe All Right that's made just for a woman. It'll make you breathe just like a little girl. Everybody must get a Breathe All Right today.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
7:22 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
There's Christy Lee. She's got the weather forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by the CarX Man. Partly cloudy today, maybe a shower or thunderstorm popping up, high 87. Partly cloudy tonight, down to 65. Great news for the weekend with less humidity and plenty of sunshine. 85 Saturday, 83 Sunday, 68 now.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Now, we have a lot happening here. We're going to revisit the sports desk in a matter of moments. I want to remind you that Father's Day may be a couple weeks away. I thought it was next week. Heat relief is next Friday. So
That's correct.
It's a week from today. What is heat relief? Well, it's a thing where we get down on the south side and ask you to bring some water. And we're collecting water for the various folks out there that are struggling right now. Happens every summer with all this heat. The Midwest Food Bank, lots of need for lots of stuff in that realm. So do what you can. If you'd like to donate some, we'll give you all the details. But it's coming up next Friday down on the south side. Same location, which is that Walmart, south side, County Line and Emerson. So we hope to see you there next week. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Coffee's obviously kicked in.
Yeah.
It is the 5th of June, 2020, the semi-quarantine days.
You're on the cold brew.
Continue. Yeah, I've never been an iced coffee guy, but someone turned me on to this cold brew. Not sure what it is, but it is chock full of caffeine and feels great.
All right.
In the meantime, we've got the boys over there drinking the Pabst hard coffee.
Yeah.
Well, we had like a third of a can each. It's not really even mentioning.
Boy, is it good.
You want to kill a 6, then we'll talk.
I just brought it in so you could try it. If you like it that much, we'll have to get some more. Let's see, who's who here? Oh, there's Pat Godwin over there. Hello. In the other building. We got him on camera. You can see him on the YouTube. Ace Cosby is our engineer. He is also the proprietor of the Ace Cosby Joke of the Day, brought to you by our friends at omahasteaks.com for the best in Father's Day giving. And let's see, there's Josh, there's Christy. Christy's in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. Now, we have a slight update coming here. Well, I was talking about my son Willie just called. We were referencing an event in my life in which, among other things...
Oh, you abandoned your family during a fire at the hotel.
Fire alarm went off. I was going out in the hall to see what was going on. And got locked out naked.
Naked.
But that was the same trip where I saw... former President Gerald R. Ford.
The Prez?
At a buffet.
Yes.
And like I said, some jackass yelled out, "Hey, Prez." It's just disrespectful. It really got to. Anyway.
Well, I'm mused that you should have sort of bumped into him and said, "Pardon me," and then seen what he
pardon.
The famous Nixon pardon of Ford.
Right.
National nightmares.
Well, Brian 69 writes in.
Already the cradle of wit.
He said, this is his scenario. He has fixed that joke. Tom to President Ford. Pardon me. President Ford to Tom. Why not? I might as well pardon another dick.
Joke is fixed.
Funny. I mean, it's not only fixed, it's amazing.
Yes. I take it back. What's his name again? 69 what?
Brian.
Brian 69. I take it back. You're the new president.
Bravo.
President of the Junior Windbag Society.
That is pretty
That is
genius.
a swing, a hard hit, and a home run in center field.
Yeah, nailed it.
Nice joke. Now, yes, I was famously in the hallway of the Beaver Creek Lodge in
famously
Beaver Creek, Colorado, naked. But I did get back in.
So wait a minute, your family's inside and you're naked.
But I beat in the door and was let back in, and then we got everything organized and got out of the hotel. And it turned out it was not a fire; it was a giant water leak.
He brings up a good point.
With your family there, why are you rolling around in your bed naked?
Balls
out. Weirdo.
I had
balls out. Way to go, Pat. Yeah.
I had more than one room.
Oh.
My whole family was there. We'd take.
I see. Okay. It was like one of those.
What's
suite? Yeah.
It's called a hotel. They have multiple rooms.
You know how gauche it is to go on vacation and spend time with your family in the room?
The way Willie, it sounded like you were all in the same room.
Right.
No. But the other point is I was, in fact, naked in the hallway of a hotel, which is very embarrassing, but got back in the room. Now, if I'd been naked when I met President Ford.
Right.
Now, that would have been really something.
That would have been embarrassing.
He would have been telling that story for a long time. Hey, I met this one jackass.
Naked guy in the hallway.
At the salad bar.
No wonder they have a sneeze shield. Keeps the pubic hair off the Caesar salad.
Hey, he said, it's time now for...
Wait a minute. I could swear the phone's ringing. There we go. Is that the track phone hotline?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, Bob and Tom. It's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie.
You're right, Tom. There pretty much ain't nothing worse in this world than seeing a pube on a sneeze guard.
Yeah. Oh, God.
It's like an automatic U-turn for me. Well, I got a big public service announcement today.
Oh, good.
Okay.
With everything being closed, I can't take my little son Woofy on a proper family vacation like you did, Tom, with 15 different rooms. I can't take him to the county fair or even go to the water park. So I decided to build my own theme park in my backyard for Woofy and other neighborhood kids to come and enjoy.
That's nice.
Uh-huh.
Laugh if you want, Christy, but I already got business cards. I'm going to call it Donnie's Amazing World of Wonders.
Oh.
Well,
it's going to have it all. We're going to have games, rides. My cousin Lonnie's got a food truck, going to be a petting zoo, prizes, hell, maybe even some carnies, deep-fried munchies on sticks. You guys have seen bungee jumping, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, we got something better. Same thing, but no cord. I got about 20 mattresses I bought at an auction, piled up right behind my carport. And as long as the kids stay to the left, they should miss the Chevy Big Block I'm currently rebuilding.
That would hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, if you ain't so much for heights, I got you covered. Everybody loves water rides, so I got the Wet and Wild Adventure of the Nile. And I hope you wear your swim trunks because this attraction's guaranteed to get you soaked. You load up 12 kids in my boat that's still for sale, and then I blast them with the pressure washer I bought from Uncle Sonny for about 7 minutes.
Fun.
And is the boat sitting in a trailer, or didn't the trailer get stolen?
Trailer got stowed. It was basically embedded in mud for a while. But you're going to love the Adventure of the Nile.
Nice.
Wet and Wild Adventure of the Nile.
Okay.
Badass.
Sounds great, Donnie.
Well, we call it that because of the snakes. I mean, my boat's full of snakes. There must be a nest in there or something because I lost count. Oh, and spoiler alert, snakes don't like getting wet, you know? So this water ride's going to give you both thrills and chills. And I'm going to have it all set up right next to the suck out the venom booth. Speaking of booths, I got a bunch of games. Kids can win one of my 300 retro band mirrors. I got that
300.
Lita Fords.
Yes.
Skinner. Let's see here. There's a bunch. Rick Ashley. And some chick must have left that one here. I got the bowls with fish your kid can win, just like the fair.
Oh, nice.
Say bowls. They're actually red solo cups, so kids can play piranha pong. Did I mention these piranhas?
No.
Oh, I got a great deal on a gross of them off Craigslist.
Okay, no kidding.
And I'm deep frying whatever you bring me to. This Sun Park is BYOSTDF. Bring your own snacks to deep fry.
Oh, I got concerned when I heard STD.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, I got 7 vats of hot grease, and kids are welcome to deep fry whatever candies or foods, maybe Snickers, B&J's, Klondike bars. And I don't care if they deep fry the piranha they won earlier in the day. Bring it over. Oh, and spoiler alert, don't worry, single moms. There's stuff for you to do, too. I got a margarita shack to wet your whistle and guess your weight where you sit on my face.
All right. Thanks, Donnie.
So bring your kids on down to Donnie's Super Adventure Fun Times Land. Sign the 7 liability waivers and have the time of your life. Oh, and real quick, while I got you on the phone, I need to borrow your bounce house for the next 2 months, if that's cool with you, Tom.
Well, my kids like using it.
Well, little Timmy's mom and I accidentally popped mine after the park shut down last night.
Nice.
So, unless you got a patch.
Stabbing cabin. Thank you, Donnie. Now, we return now to the crazycockwine.com sports desk.
Time now for Today in Sports History.
Is this a new feature? I didn't know we were going to do this. I like this.
We're trying. Today in 1941, June 5th, 1941.
Could we guess the sport?
Yes.
I'm assuming so. It's summertime, so it's probably baseball.
It's not a competition. It's not anything on the field of play.
But it's in sports.
It's in sports.
Is it a sad death of a great athlete?
No, it's not.
Is it the birth of a great athlete?
Not today.
Okay.
Yes. It's a sort of a birth.
Oh, is it a human or is it a horse?
It's a horse. It's a human.
It's a whore.
It's a whore.
Baseball
Annie was.
Today is Robert Kraft's birthday.
Oh.
Is that right?
Really?
Born on this day in 1941 in Brookline, Massachusetts. He's 79 today.
Yeah, they call Robert Kraft the Big Cheese.
Do they?
Yeah, they sure do. Yeah,
I think they do.
Does he? I am correct when I say, doesn't he spell Kraft with a K?
Yeah. He's Chief Executive Officer of the Kraft Group, a diversified holding company with assets in paper and packaging, sports and entertainment, and making better humans through science.
Making better humans through science.
What's that all about?
Slip that one in.
Real estate development and private equity portfolio, and a deal he made with the Venusians back in the turn of the century. There you go. So he's the owner, of course, of the New England Patriots, and he was charged with soliciting prostitution and a human trafficking sting operation in Jupiter, Florida.
Poor guy knows when he dies. His obituary, that's going to be in there
Back
big
in
time.
February of 19, that happened. He's a Gemini, Christy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
One of his buddies will give him a card with a fake free pass for a massage.
Oh, I hope so.
Tokyo Roses.
Tokyo Rose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was it not an Oriental massage place? It's
an Asian massage.
Wasn't it called Rose?
Ace is going to jump out of his skin if he doesn't say something.
No, I have a caveat for a day in sports history from the 10-cent beer thing.
Oh,
10-cent beer.
10-cent beer night. That was yesterday, 1974, right? Cleveland Municipal Stadium.
Get a 12-ounce beer cup of 3-2 beer for 10 cents, down from the regular price of 65 cents. You could purchase up to 6 in one purchase, but there was no limit on how many times
you could go back. Wow.
So people would walk up there and for 60 cents get 6 beers.
Do you think that's why they have the 2 beer minimum or limit now at most stadiums? You can only buy 2 at a time?
Oh, 2 at a time, yeah.
Yeah, no matter
all
what the price.
I know is when you go to like Chuck E. Cheese or somewhere, they only let you buy 2 beers at once. I know that.
Really?
I'm pretty upset about it.
All right.
Who's buying beer at Chuck E. Cheese, Bob?
I'm buying beer at Chuck E.
We used to
Cheese.
get hammered.
Are you kidding?
Wasted. Because they wouldn't card us. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, when we were like 19, we would...
Would you borrow a kid?
They actually stopped letting us in because we
didn't have children. You're not supposed to go there and play skee
you
ball.
go in, you get drunk, you watch the show, you play some skee ball, and you go home.
Right. It was awesome. We spent money. I don't know why they...
Because it's perverted. You're not supposed to be 19 at a Chuck E. Cheese unless you've got a kid.
Wasn't perverted. We didn't...
No, they
were there for the beer.
You betting some 10-year-old you can beat him in skee ball?
Oh, I'd like to see that.
You bring your own balls, right?
Yes, I have a little case.
God, I love playing skee ball.
Me too.
God, I love playing ski. And you agree.
Yes.
And you know what else I like? Now at Chuck E. Cheese, they have the thing where you feed the tickets in.
Yeah.
And it goes, and it gives you that digital feed out.
I don't always trust them, so I still hand count.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get to 40,000 tickets so I can get that 1977 boombox with all the dust on it up top.
Oh, yeah, that'll be nice.
One of these days, someone's going to win that.
With a dual tape deck? Oh, boy.
By the way, a tip to parents, you can bypass the ticket thing and actually buy some of those prizes. If you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Oh.
As soon as they open again, you sure can.
Thanks a lot, Lori Laughlin.
Well,
yeah. So your kids really learn the price and the value of.
I'm not saying I've done it, but every once in a while. I think that's the toughest job in America.
Chuck E. Cheese?
Being behind the stand at Chuck E. Cheese with the kids and their tickets and getting them the prizes, and none of them can make up their minds.
There's a guy at the top of a skyscraper walking an I-beam going, toughest job in America, huh?
Right, Tom? Chuck E. Cheese
As a gust of wind blows him to eternity.
Does everybody have to spend a day in one of the suits to work at Chuck E. Cheese? Is that part of being an employee, you think?
I don't know. But that is a tough gig. That is a rough job.
Sure. You have to have some patience. Because the parents and the kids are
and the kids can't decide. Well, I can get the pencil or I can get the plastic, what is that?
Eraser or the
spider ring.
As Tim Wilson used to say, if you don't take your kid to Chuck E. Cheese, you're a terrible parent.
Hey, this Chuck E. Cheese thing is all well and good, but today is National Donut Day.
Oh, man.
And we have no donuts.
Could you maybe do this stuff the day before?
Well, we have a lot of friends in the donut business.
We do.
But I mean, if you would do this National Blank Day the day before,
because you just have a cake lady and a pie lady.
Do you have a donut lady too?
I hear no mention of donut lady.
I have a donut place.
Oh.
I have 2 of them, as a matter of fact.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I would say if you ask me what is the best thing I've eaten in the last 3 years.
Easy. Be careful.
The very best thing.
Okay.
It was a donut.
Really?
Yeah. It was a round donut.
Oh, round.
With no hole.
Opposed to square ones.
Let me rephrase it.
Wait a minute.
It was a globular donut.
A donut ball?
It was like a little smaller than a baseball.
Donut
size
hole?
of a tennis ball.
What was in the inside?
Apparently, the seed of God.
Wow.
It was some kind of creamed heaven.
Oh, my.
Donut day. Now first I was hungry for steaks, then hot dogs, now donuts. What the
Donuts are
hell's
my way. That's my downward spiral. You get a box of donuts in here, it's over.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I don't
Top 3 donuts, quick, go.
Oh, number 1 is a chocolate iced custard filled.
No.
Yes.
Wrong. Custard.
No.
Wrong.
You can like what you like.
Cream filled.
Wait. I've got a problem. What were you going to say? I can like what I like and you can like what you like?
Yes.
Oh, it's very American of you. I'm surprised.
Number 2.
Yes.
Would be a
after your cat hunk.
A glazed jelly. Not the sugar powdered glazed.
Oh, exactly wrong.
What flavor of jelly?
Grape. Strawberry.
Strawberry, yeah.
Okay.
Red, whatever red is.
The powder's much better.
At number 3, a Persian or Pershing. What it is similar to a cinnamon roll, but it's a donut.
Oh, I've never heard of that. Sounds lovely. Thank you so much. When we come back, is sports done?
Yes.
I know we're
done.
There's an asteroid heading for Earth. We have snakes and eels and snakes.
No, we're getting to, no matter what the opposite sex finds attractive, because if I get one more email, one more Twitter, asking me
the asteroid heading toward Earth sounds about right.
Yeah, why not?
2020, why
Take
not?
us out.
Sounds good to me.
Hey, way to read the room, God. Okay, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Stay tuned. Who knows who will be next on the Bob and Tom Track Phone Hotline? This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, folks. Boom. It's me. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. That's 24 days and 27 days a week and 24 like the show with the guy who whispers all the time. It saves the world. And Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, it won't blow up the world.
Hey, Mark Allison here with you on a Friday. Yes, DJ Dangler on the way and Gina Brion, 2 great comedians. We'll be social distancing with them, as we have been doing here at the Bob and Tom Show. Responsible and funny at the same time. Well, at least responsible. So that's coming up later this morning, and we'll have more of the Bob and Tom Show coming up right after this.
From the crazycockwine.com sports desk, I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom sports update. The NBA Board of Governors has approved a 22-team format for restarting the league season in late July at the Disney campus near Orlando. The format calls for each team playing 8 games to determine playoff seeding, plus the possible utilization of a play-in tournament for the final spot for the Eastern Conference and Western Conference postseason fields. The NHL says each of its playoff series will be a best-of-7 format after the initial qualifying round. Teams will be reseeded throughout if the league is able to return with its 24-team plan later this summer. And NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell has told the 32 clubs in a memo obtained by the Associated Press that coaching staffs may work from team complexes starting today. And NASCAR is set to run their All-Star race on a Wednesday night in Charlotte and added one more weeknight Cup Series as part of their latest revised schedule through July. And the Indianapolis Motor Speedway will hold the July 4th IndyCar NASCAR doubleheader without fans. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I'm going to let you read our topic for today's Stupid World Record.
This is such a great...
Go right ahead.
Oh, okay.
It's so great.
The largest mouth gape.
Mouth gape?
Come on.
Certified by a dentist.
Does that mean
a human
just
being?
Yes, human
opening
being.
your mouth?
Yeah, see, Christy, yours probably opens an inch and a half, and admittedly, you have a tongue the size of a small fly.
Oh my gosh, my kids make fun of me all the time.
You girls are comparing tongues over there?
Somebody
that beats movie night.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
Hello and welcome to Larry King Live. Well, for years, he was one of the most powerful rodents in Hollywood and a former co-worker of mine. Joining me in the studio is the water-skiing squirrel from the CNN News promos. Man, I don't think I've seen you since you left after that salary dispute.
Yeah, I went all David Caruso on the network. I stormed into an executive meeting and demanded more nuts or I walk. Yeah, next thing I know, CNN dumps me. Then my life kind of spins out of control from there.
Yeah, so times were tough for you then, huh?
Well, I was practicing a stunt for an Adam Sandler movie, and I blew out my ACL. I spent 18 months just learning to scamper again.
Wow.
It was another year before I could strap on the skis.
Wow.
That's a lifetime in this business. I was washed up. The only work I get anymore is at boat shows. Last week, I opened for Russell Johnson, the professor from Gilligan's Island. The Professor Larry.
Man, that's rough. I remember when you, me, Wolf Blitzer, Bernie Shaw, Judy Woodruff, remember when we used to limo around to all the strip clubs after work on Friday night? Wow.
Those were some wild times. Did you know that Judy and I used to have a little thing?
No kidding.
Yeah, sometimes she would come over to my place because she liked to play with my nuts.
Wow. I thought she just used that line on me.
So, what do you say, Larry? Can you help me get my old job back at CNN?
Well, I don't know. The budget's pretty tight, man. We just hired Connie Chung.
Does she water ski? Or parasail, which is something new I added to the act.
Look, I just can't promise anything.
Come on, Larry. Help a brother out. I haven't had a nut in 3 days.
I'm sorry, man. There's nothing I can do.
All right, then. I know where there's a couple of nuts I can help myself to.
Hey, what do you do? What do you...
7:45 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Tell that smart speaker, whatever his or her name is, that you can listen to the Bob and Tom Show and maybe have it wake you up.
Oh.
See, I don't have a radio at my house.
Smart speaker.
Wait a minute.
Play smooth jazz mix.
Whatever.
Wallace Shawn talking to a speaker.
That's right.
Who was that? Okay. We can talk to Christy Lee and get a quick forecast.
Oh, yeah. Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by the Car X-Man. Partly cloudy, maybe a shower or thunderstorm later, high 87. Sunshine, less humidity for the weekend.
You just don't really know, do you?
85 Saturday.
Maybe,
I
possibly.
have no idea.
That's all I hear.
83 on Sunday, 68 now. I can.
It's
look it
2020.
up.
Can't we have a rain will start at 5:15 this afternoon and end at 5:20?
Close to that.
Yeah, they're better about it.
Actually, they're pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Possibly. I'm a Luddite at heart, you know that.
Okay. Now, let's see. Where was I? Oh, I know. You can ask Alexa to help you out with stuff and also become your radio, which is kind of cool. You can listen to the show also on your phone. Check out, by the way, the Bob and Tom VIP and the Bob and Tom stream on your phone. It's all out there. Just play with Google. You'll find it. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom Show behind the scenes coming up. Don't move.
Oh. I'm not sure what this is going, what's happening here. I can tell you that Ace Cosby's sitting over there, and he is at the omahasteaks.com. Father's Day is coming. Ace Cosby joke of the day. Joke desk.
Hello, friends.
We'll get that shortly. Chick McGee's over there. There's Josh. There's Christy at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk.
So I'm like a lot of people. I've got
This is
kind
Tom.
of.
That's Pat Godwin over there on the other. Pat's in the other building.
I'm suffering from a malaise. I don't know what's going on. I'm just tired. I don't know why. So I go out in the lobby.
Yes.
During the commercials.
Right.
Take a moment for myself. Try to be a little quiet. Look out at the window at the world.
Yeah.
And I hear Tom in the bathroom. You can tell he's in the bathroom because he's flushing the urinal as he's. So anyway, we should do that other song. He's yelling at Godwin across the hallway. And Godwin's going, yeah, I think that'd be probably a good idea. They're like the Sunshine Boys. I think we should. Yeah, that's flush.
I flushed it once. At least I flushed. That's more than most of you guys ever do.
No, you're right. Tom and I are flushers. I go in there. There's always the The brightest antifreeze neon yellow.
Yes. Who is peeing antifreeze?
I like everyone to be amazed at my
vitamins.
urine. I think it's a nice shade of yellow.
I should explain that.
Probably vitamins.
We got Pat in the other building, and he's right across from the men's room.
Yeah, it's a joy.
And we have
With the door open.
Right.
We have the doors propped open because
Nutsy has
not
decided.
Nutsy. If you ask any qualified virologist will tell you the number one place to get these
That's not the number.
That's not
spirochetes,
true.
besides breathing and air,
There you go.
is on doorknobs and light switches.
Well,
You're a doorknob. How about that?
I don't know.
You should have heard of.
Plus, the bonus of watching the bonus of watching Christy sit down and
sure.
wrestle with a errant turd.
I'm not sure, but just based on that comment alone, we could be tied up for 2 years in litigation.
No, Christy has a private bathroom.
yes, I do. And I keep my doors shut and locked most of the time.
The one that we're using, though, is in the other building, and it's across from Mr. Godwin. And so we review the kind of
But you
songs
know,
we're
you
going
go
to do.
out there, you catch your breath. And I know
couldn't
my
relax.
job.
You couldn't relax.
I've lucked out in life. I do something I'm sort of kind of naturally good at, and but boy, it's been rough lately.
You
And
have
I'm
a
just,
nice life.
and then I hear blow hard, blow hard, blow hard.
It's called show prep.
God.
So what did you decide? Play
I'm not
going to
give it away.
That's a surprise.
Let's not give it away.
blow hard.
Blow hard, blow hard.
Beatles.
Clear music.
We were
Beatles,
not discussing
More Neil Diamond.
Beatles too.
Randy Newman.
Yeah.
Might have been discussing, who knows? Perhaps we were discussing a little bit of rat. We got rat news coming up. We've got sex news coming up.
Somebody died. Rat died, right?
No, they didn't die.
But we also have. Oh, is that the
Hello,
track phone
Bob and
hotline?
Tom Show. Hello.
This is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Walter Cooler. And this is some other news.
It's simply not funny.
This week.
You don't like Walter Cooler?
I knew things were sailing along.
Walter Cooler.
Walter Cooler, you don't like that? Okay, you write one of these.
I have. I submitted a list.
Give me one of them.
Hey, I like this infighting.
No, this is Inside Radio.
come to
Give
this.
me one of them, Captain Witt.
I'd have to. It was 6 months ago or something. I don't remember.
And you know what? I submitted a list too.
And you
never heard of.
You don't remember the name of the woman whose bed you peed in.
You're right.
That's sad.
Put extra butter on that, would you please?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay. You guys.
Okay, Dick.
Ready?
Back to you,
Here we go.
Mr. Hitzwater.
Thank you. This week, back in 1974, was the infamous 10-cent beer night that resulted in a melee at Cleveland Municipal Stadium, where
Municipal
drunk
would be the
fans
word.
became so unruly that they stormed the field and the Cleveland Indians were forced to forfeit the game. Well, I heard that after the 7th inning, the beer prices went up to 15 cents to, slow down the drinking.
That'll do it.
That ought to hold them.
Yeah. Incidentally, this is also the day the bobblehead was invented in honor of the idiot who came up with this promotion.
Okay.
A Spanish porn actor has been arrested for his involvement in a fatal ritualistic ceremony involving the huffing of toad venom.
Right.
The ceremony was supervised by the so-called shaman and the fashion photographer Jose Luis Abad. He died after inhaling the vapor of the venom of a toad known as the Bufu alvarius toad.
Wow.
Apparently, the municipal
Son of a bitch.
Could I have another, Carla? Could I have another drink?
That's a hard word to say.
Evidently, the medicine. Hold on.
It's not municipal again.
The value of the Bufu toad is not for everybody. So ask your shaman if Bufu toad venom is right for you.
Bufu toad venom. Side effects include sticky tongue, bumpy back, psychedelic episodes, and a sudden craving for flies. Some users experienced arrest and death.
Okay.
Thank you, Carl. An alligator that was rumored to have been Adolf Hitler's pet has died. The Moscow Zoo said the alligator named Saturn was about 84 years old when he died on May 22nd. Now, many historians say that the gator was actually Eva Braun's, but Hitler was the one that got stuck feeding it.
Isn't that always the way?
Of course.
On a side note, Hitler was a terrible golfer. They say that if he landed in a bunker, he was suicidal.
Golfing made him mean. Right? Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
There you go.
Here we go. A driver involved in a vehicular crash in Florida has been accused of offering the victim free food from Chili's Grill and Bar if the victim agreed to not call police to the scene. It's my understanding that he offered the victim pasta. And just like the victim's car, the pasta was al dente.
Did that happen in a municipality?
More Tiger King news. A Florida sheriff says that the last will and testament of Carol Baskin's missing husband is a forgery. You would have thought that the fact it was written on the back of a Denny's menu in red crayon would have tipped them off years ago.
Yeah. Unusual for a will.
Yeah, it's very strange. And the fact that the witness signatures were those of a Mr. John Wilkes Booth and game show host Pat Sajak.
That's curious.
Carl, you want to give me another drink here? Hey, this has been Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Walter Cooler, and this has been Some Other News.
Oh, my goodness. Bufu toad venom may cause sticky tongue, bumpy back, psychedelic episodes. Some users experience arrest and death. Okay.
Dear Bob and Tom, this is from Mr. Johnson.
Hi, Mr. Johnson.
I keep hearing you play Western Union.
Oh,
it's a chick.
So I got curious.
Yeah.
I listened to the full song.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's just awful. I'd rather listen to Hello There. Other than those two things, keep up the great work.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. I appreciate that.
Hello there.
There it is.
Now, we only play the song Western Union.
When we have a telegraph update.
We have telegraph updates.
That was yesterday. We're not talking about that today.
Titanic and the telegraph.
We've had two telegraph stories this week. They are in fact going to do a deep dive and get the famed telegraph from the Titanic. They have permission to cut it out and bring it up to the surface. And the state of Florida is considering
getting rid of all telegraph laws.
There are, I guess, there's 50 pages of telegraph laws in the Florida Code. And
but if someone's not doing anything, how can they pass a law to forbid it?
I don't know.
It is one of those weird things.
But you can't keep tigers and throw them in the air. Well, no one does that. Well, I have a law against it. I don't.
There are a lot of laws on the books that are out of date.
Yes, a ton. Just let them be out of date.
Josh, I think in the state you're sitting in right now, your sexual proclivities are illegal.
What? Well, I guess I'll stop live streaming them. Lock that door.
Yeah. Seize the analies and take them in.
Oh, boy.
Seize the analies. You can tell the telegraph really has gone away because even the hipsters aren't embracing them.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
But I gotta say, I love the telegram. What a great.
We know.
So cool. Someone knocks on your door, they hand you something.
Well, they don't.
First of all, you would never get anybody knocking on your door because they can't get into your neighborhood.
Well, thank God. But I mean,
didn't we have a story that the
the
last telegram sent was in 2008 years ago?
Oh, it was 2013, yeah. Something like that.
So they had the word stop in it all the time. That is just.
Well, we'll send you emails and they'll just say, hey, Tom, stop.
That'd be
Why
cool.
aren't you one of those old-timey guys that wear the tweed vests and the bowler?
Because he gets too hot.
And the big bushy mustache.
It's not, I got to wear cotton. I got to breathe. Let's move forward here. Coming up, is that sports?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's sports.
We got coming up the confusion about the world of sex from Christy Lee.
Sure,
Not just sex from Christy. I mean, just in general.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
You're not confused, are you?
No.
Okay, good.
I have no problems in that area.
That was a lot of confidence there. I like that. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Text us.
Will you look at those? My goodness. What a day and what a time for you to be a Bob and Tom VIP member. My goodness. You're a fan of the show. You could be experiencing it like this all the time. I mean, go to bobandtom.com. Check out the VIP experience. Here's what you get. The full discography. You know they have hilarious CDs. You get exclusive podcasts, 24/7 access to Bob and Tom video and audio. Are you kidding me with this? My gosh. Join the VIP experience and live a little, huh? Oh, my goodness. That's terrific. These steaks are about ready, and I'd say dinner is about to be served, huh?
Hello, this is comedian John Evans, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, DJ Dangler, Gina Brion on a Friday right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. I'm Mark Allison. Thanks so much for joining us. Hope you caught the show late yesterday. Jimmy Pardo slid in and destroyed like he always does. Great comedian, and he'll be hosting a little something special coming up on Saturday night. His podcast, Playing Games, will be airing live from Flappers Comedy Club in Burbank, California. For more info, go to jimmypardo.com. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Protesters stayed on the streets of New York City after curfew for another day Thursday, spurred by the death of George Floyd. Actions by the protesters included gathering at Brooklyn's Cadman Plaza, the site where police used batons against demonstrators who were out past the city-imposed curfew a night earlier. Thousands of protesters were out, as were police. And police challenged whether a Black Lives Matter protest planned for Saturday in Australia's largest city is too much of a virus risk, as demonstrators in the capital of Sydney reminded the country that racial inequality is not a U.S. issue alone. Masks and hand sanitizers were handed out at a recent Canberra rally. Most protesters there kept social distance except to hear speeches. The crowd exceeded virus limits, though. Police did not intervene. However, Saturday's protests are likely to be much larger and will be harder to maintain social distancing. And Saturday's anniversary will be one of the loneliest remembrances ever for the June 6, 1944 D-Day landings in Normandy. The coronavirus pandemic is keeping almost everyone away, from government leaders to frail veterans who might not get another chance for a final farewell to their unlucky comrades. Even the weather forecast is bad. Heading into the Remembrance Weekend, the salty brine coming up the ocean at France's Omaha Beach hits the nostrils, the shrieks of seagulls pierces the ears, and a sense of desolation hangs over the region's country roads. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I have a wonderful letter here. I'm going to read it exactly as it's written.
Excellent.
No.
All right, excellent.
Thanks for telling Christy's mouth gape measurements. I can finally finish the doll.
How about you? How about you, baby?
That is a fine letter.
Yes. I can finally.
Thank you. That is one. That is the new. That is the new chairman of the board of the Junior Winback Society.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, man. This is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Corn, 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 corn. Everywhere there's lots of boring corn. Driving all day through green corn walls. I'm going insane. Who is going to eat it all? Corn, 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 corn. Give me a shotgun, please. Millions of ears as far as you can see, but no one will hear me scream. Without corn, there'd be no corn dogs for lunch. There'd be no corn puffs or chips or flakes, and no Captain Crunch, but I don't care. Corn is way too strange. Why do we eat it anyway? It goes right through unchanged. Gross! Corn, 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 corn. It gives scarecrows a place to work, but it gets stuck between your teeth. No wonder the children of the corn all went berserk. Corn, 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 corn. Rushing by and getting hypnotized. If it makes me fall asleep and drive right off the road, I hope I kill a lot of frickin' corn.
Very nice. Hi, this is Ross Bennett, and you're listening to Bob and Tom every day, 24 hours a day, non-stop. It's always going to be here, and I can't sleep.
Okay, hang on a second. I think we have Mr. Godfrey joining us on the telephone right now. Gilbert, are you there?
Yes.
Oh, hey, it's great talking to you, Gilbert. We've spoken to you many times. I don't know if you recall, but always.
I try to block it out of my memory.
Okay. Gilbert, just to put this in context, I saw you once at the Improv mid to late 70s. There were like 5 people in the audience, and it was you, Seinfeld, and somebody else. But to this day, I remember an improvisational piece you did. You grabbed a stool and held it up and declared yourself Quadradick.
Yes. Oh, my God.
Congratulations. Tell us a little bit about the documentary.
That was an intellectual bit.
Yes.
One that you really had to think about.
It made me howl. It was so funny. Gilbert, can you swim?
No. There's a million things I can't do.
Yeah, I went to college in New York City with a lot of guys that couldn't drive or swim, and whenever I ask someone that, they act like I'm some kind of prick. But yeah, if you grow up in the city, there aren't a lot of pools.
Yeah, I mean, just
802 Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Yes, thank you very much. Let's see, Christy Lee's right there. She's got a quick forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. A thunderstorm or a shower could pop up, but right now it's gorgeous. Partly cloudy skies. Look for a high today of 87. Over the weekend, less humidity. Sunshine 85 Saturday. Sunshine 83 Sunday. And it's 70 currently.
Oh, come on.
Did you hear her skip? Thunder shower?
Sometimes I skip.
69.
No, it's 70.
AM radio.
I'm not allowed to say 69 anymore.
Thank you. Oh, God. Could you take some pills?
What kind?
I'm trying, man. 69. Josh, you showing me
that's all right.
on his phone?
Check local list. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
Suck on that.
Somebody stop me.
Somebody let two monkeys out of their cages. Oh, hi, Josh. Hi, Chick.
Hi.
Hey, we got a letter. Go ahead.
Oh, we got a letter?
Well, we'll get to it in a second.
You want monkeys, you're getting monkeys.
Oh, boy.
Is this the letter requesting a little bit of...
No.
Different letter.
Not that one. Okay.
That's the one who said.
Welcome back to the show. Let me do some things here. We got Chick McGee over there. I can see him at the crazycockwine.com sports desk. Go to your liquor store and say, "Would you please get Crazy Cock wine in the can for me? Thank you." And the OriginSouls.com sidekick chair with Josh Arnold. Ace Cosby's over there. That's Pat. This is Tom. Hello. Welcome back to the show. Yes, you have a letter. Now what?
Dear Chick, I heard you like the PBR coffee.
Oh, loved it.
Yeah, with the Pabst Blue Ribbon coffee, brought it in this morning.
5% alcohol. Delicious. You should definitely try more a brand called Brown Bombers. Evidently,
is this
that's
a tribute to the great Joe Louis? Or?
I don't.
Or does it give you?
Or does it create? There you go. I'm sorry, Josh. Apparently creates some kind of explosive rocket-like turd.
According to
caffeine will do that to you.
According to Michaela, she says it's that's the best of the other alcoholic coffee drinks.
Okay,
I didn't know these existed.
I didn't either.
And then
I'd never heard of it.
Then Michaela says, "P.S. By the way, Chick, big fan. Yeah, betcha."
What?
It's how about you?
It's hard to claim you're a big fan when you don't get the catchphrase right.
It's not yeah, betcha.
Well, maybe she had trouble spelling your stupid phrase.
How? H-O-W?
But she said, yeah, betcha.
Y-A-H-B-T-E.
Maybe it's your diction.
B-E-T-C.
Oh, dipso.
Beg your pardon.
He's got dipso diction?
Wouldn't that be a great late night commercial? Do you want to talk like you're drunk? You need dipso diction.
Here at the Foster Brooks Institute.
I worked at Chuck E. Cheese for over a year. If you work there, it's randomly picked. You're in a pool to be the mouse.
No kidding.
Really?
Oh.
He says, I worked there for almost a year, and I got to be Chucky 6 times.
Wow.
What do you think of that?
Big fan?
So it's the jury duty of...
I think it might be.
Wait a second. You're the one who worked in a costume at Six Flags.
Oh, yeah, I loved it.
Didn't you love that gig?
I did,
The last time I was at Chuck E. Cheese, and it wasn't that long ago, the Chuck E. Cheese mascot had the shoulders down.
I had the opposite. Last time I was at Chuck E. Cheese, he followed me around in a creepy, horrible way.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that ass. Check out this cheese.
He didn't talk, but it was creepy.
All right. Well, Christy, you've been promising to get to this story.
Yeah, and
have we
you
done
guys are
any
gonna,
news?
No, we haven't.
No.
And you're going to knock me down when you hear it because it's. We've waited for a whole week to find out that a recent study has found both men and women have the wrong perception of what the opposite sex thinks is attractive.
Okay.
Study authors wrote, women think men desire thinner female bodies than men actually do.
Well,
conversely, men think women desire more muscular male bodies than women actually do. So the dad body thing has been...
Okay. So if I'm getting this then...
Yeah.
So in the movies where the guy's got a six-pack and he's super handsome...
Right. So the dad body's been validated by this study.
Yes.
Study participants were asked to use a phone app to change the BMI and fat percentage of a virtual body to reflect their own body shape, their ideal body shape, and the shape they thought a member of the opposite sex would find attractive.
Huh.
They were then asked to judge the change. They were then asked to change the shape of an opposite sex body to reflect their preference for
I
both
see.
short-term
So
and long-term
what they
partners.
really
Right.
want.
So you were able to move. You can make them fatter or thinner or whatever you want.
Can you draw huge male members on them?
It doesn't say that here.
Oh, boy.
I'm
You
asking.
take some sort of landmark study like this and just right down in the gutter, don't
By
you?
the way, they concluded that both of them like people with a lot of money.
Yeah. Number one.
Well, I can tell you this. Having been divorced 3 times, the old, they just want a man with a sense of humor. That's the law.
Yeah.
Because almost always you'll get
that
the...
should be the coda to the book.
You almost
Chick
always-
McGee would like to weigh in.
You almost always get the, you're not really funny anymore. Yeah, you'll get that. Yeah.
Oh boy. There's also, you always seeing those profiles and the singles things.
Mm-hmm.
Even back in the day, it was always, I like long beach walks and blah, blah, blah. Then how come you never met some dude while you were walking down the beach? All you ladies seem to like this beach thing, and yet you're all by yourself.
Yeah, you
That's
go to
because the
beach
guys
and be
don't like them.
playmates.
Guys
Wow.
don't like beach walks.
Oh, yes, they do. I love walking on the beach.
Well, some don't.
I hate it.
See? Told
Too
ya.
sandy. It's way too sandy, isn't it? Hot.
What's the matter? Not enough snack shacks?
That's right. How about didn't the Nick Griffin do hey, let's go on an art walk?
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to do that either.
Yeah, no, okay. I love walking on a beach. You don't love that?
I like walking. I like walking on the wet sand part, but I don't like getting there because it's thick, dry, hot sand.
that walk.
And
Oh.
it shoots up your back if you're wearing flip-flops.
Yeah, no ketchup for your fries.
Seagulls trying to steal your Cheetos.
Yeah.
Boy, seagulls are jerks, aren't they? Why
Yeah,
can't you
they
get rid
make
of
me
them?
laugh. They're so entitled. It's hilarious. Hilarious.
And you can't kill them.
They strut
No,
right up.
you can't.
Apparently it's
No.
illegal.
No matter how hard you wring their necks.
well,
We have another study about sex.
How many Mentos you shove in their mouth?
How many? I'm sorry, what do you got now?
Another study about sex.
Doing it.
Love is strange in these days of the coronavirus. A new study suggests couples who do not live together should wear a mask during the deed to avoid transmitting the coronavirus.
What about during foreplay?
All right, the whole thing, Josh. Researchers at Harvard.
I don't
No,
know
honey,
why.
I'm not
It's
really
the
feeling
ultimate
it.
dental
You know
dam, isn't it?
I don't know
Feels
why.
like underwear to
I'm
me.
just realizing. I'm just realizing this now, but we can't have a serious conversation.
No, we can't.
We just can't.
Sure we can.
No, we can't.
I don't think we can.
What do we meet the press? Why would we have a serious conversation?
I'm just saying.
For a
maybe
transcript.
sometime.
Right, Merkel Press, care of.
Well, did you see the companion story to this in the UK? Apparently, they've made it illegal for couples who live in different homes to have sex indoors or stay together overnight during the new coronavirus regulations that hit June 1st.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Say that slower. What?
The United Kingdom recently made it illegal for couples who live in different homes to have sex indoors or stay together overnight. So I guess they're
So I guess you have to go outside?
Yes, I don't know.
Excuse me, Fiona.
By the way, it looks like Mr. Johnson's got a new lady friend.
You're gonna have to
I
leave.
can't see her face. He's sitting on it.
It's the
On the porch.
See?
So it's legal.
It's the UK, Tom. Not this guy.
Maybe he's a foreign student.
Yeah, expat or something.
Change program.
I say,
Expat.
it looks like Mr. Johnson has a new lady friend.
There you go.
I can't see her face. He's sitting on it. Yes.
Remember the first time you heard Monty Python sit on my face and tell me that you love me?
Man, lost
I
my
couldn't
mind.
take it.
Yep.
So I'm sorry. Go back to
I've heard it.
the first survey. You're supposed to wear what is it? You're supposed to wear a mask during the most intimate of activities.
Yes, if you do not live in the
Don't
same
live in
house
the
with
same-
someone.
yeah.
What if your girlfriend's afraid of Batman?
And then you got a problem.
Yeah, she wouldn't care for any of this.
Well, even
his mask is the
Yeah.
reverse, isn't it? The cowl.
Oh, so this would be what's the bad guy? Bane.
Yeah, this would be more Bane.
Bane thing.
I would expect that from you, Josh.
What's that?
You'd put the mask on, and in the middle of some thrust-like activity, you'd suddenly go into your Bane voice.
Hello.
What will I break first?
There might be a lady who likes that.
or my back.
What a mess this
is. This is a mess.
Unfortunate.
Okay. This also says, I'm looking at this now. This is encouraging lots and lots of showering, which is unusual in the UK because that's more of a bathtub town.
Is it really? They don't have showers?
No.
What?
Absolutely.
That's not a thing.
Absolutely.
You mean more than 50% of people who live in the UK take a bath?
Yeah.
Instead of shower?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
I lived there for more than a year.
Yeah, 80 years ago when they didn't have bathtubs or they didn't have showers.
It's like dentistry and showers rare in the UK.
I think we've come a long way.
Yeah, I think the dentistry.
Yes.
Is there anything in this article? I can't have time to read anything in this article about doggy style.
No. Well, that's what they say.
And calling you about it.
Doggy style is the preferred method.
This is so
or
weird.
Or reverse cowgirl. Those are the two that they...
There's so much weird stuff. Remember, was it the head of Belgium telling people to please eat more French fries?
Yeah.
Now you've got, what's his name, Boris Johnson telling people to do it doggy style on their back porch?
Yeah.
Who would have ever thought any of this would be happening? It's so bizarre.
The mayor or the governor of New York City say no Rimmies.
I do remember that, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Rimmies. Is that what you call it? I didn't know you had that kind of...
Yeah, it's kind of cute, right?
It's cuter than what you're actually doing.
Yeah. Well, I call it a Rimmy. What? Get in there.
Not as E. coli lunch. Be more accurate.
Oh, look at the time, Tony.
Let's take a break.
Shall we? I think we have a guest coming up, don't we?
We do?
I think, don't we?
DJ Dangler, comedian, will be up next. Thank you very much. Also coming up, Gina Brilliant will be our guest. Right now, I want to remind you that in these unusual times, you got to have your vehicle. You got to have it functioning. And that's where your locally owned Napa comes in. Napa Auto Parts and, of course, Napa Online. Now, let me give you a little bit of a hint. You want to keep that vehicle running, and most of these Napa stores are wide open for you. You can also order online and pick up curbside at your local Napa store in just 30 minutes. So get your order delivered directly to your door with free one-day shipping on over 160,000 parts when you spend $50 or more. Quality parts delivered quickly and safely. That's Napa know-how at participating stores. Standard ground shipping and exclusions apply. Did you hear what I said? You can get that stuff. That's pretty cool. Check it out with Napa and our friends at Napa Auto Parts stores. When we come back, we will have comedian DJ Dangler joining us. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
And I'm Mark Allison. Thanks so much for joining us here on a Friday. And don't forget the laughter after the Bob and Tom Show. We call it Bob and Tom's Work Farce. Get it? All the fun without really too much effort. Ace Cosby, your host. Keep your smile going all day and keep your coworkers guessing what you're up to as you roll through Friday, June 5th with us right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. More than a few celebrities were on hand for the memorial service for George Floyd in Minneapolis. Among those seen at the event yesterday, comedian Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish, singer-actor Tyrese Gibson, rappers Ludacris and T.I. Mourners gazed at a mural honoring Floyd projected above his golden coffin. Floyd died May 25th after a white police officer pressed his knee into his back for nearly 9 minutes. And Gabrielle Union has taken her fight against NBC and the producers of America's Got Talent a step further. She's filed a claim with the state of California, saying she was fired because she complained about an on-set environment that tolerated racism. Her filing comes a week after a probe ordered by NBC concluded her claims of bias were unfounded. And for the first time since mid-March, a big Florida theme park is reopening. Universal Orlando reopens to the general public today after a 2-day dry run for those with annual passes. All visitors must wear face coverings and have their temperatures taken at the gate. SeaWorld Orlando opens next week, so do other SeaWorld-owned parks. And Walt Disney World plans to welcome back visitors next month. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Bob and Tom. You can pick your morning radio show, and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
Hey, man, it's Donnie Baker, man. You know, for the last few years, I've been trying to sell my boat, and it's been hard enough without people like my neighbor running to the Homeowners Association saying my boat's an eyesore. Well, so's your wife, Mitchell. And now, 2 yards over, Ricky Mooner put his boat on the market for $500 less than mine. I called him up and threatened to sue him right to his face. He was like, for what? I said for boat blocking. You can't have more than one boat for sale on Trailer Grove Trace. It's state law.
That's not true, Donnie.
Shut up, Randy. Only thing you know about the laws, don't ask, don't tell. I swear to God, man. It's state law. Oh, and how could they prove it was solicitation of a prostitute when I gave that whore the money in a birthday card? Laws are hard. Hey, do you know if you get a hole-in-one at Putt-Putt, they have to announce your name? It's public record. And at restaurants, if the hostess screws your name up over the loudspeaker, you get a free appetizer.
It's appetizer.
No, it ain't.
He knows them all.
I swear to God, man. It's state law. Man, I probably know more about laws than anybody I know of. Like bars have to turn the lights on for last call. I swear to God they do. And do you know every dentist has to give a free toothbrush for each visit? Except in Rhode Island's where it's floss. Food courts have to pass out free samples. And if it's chicken, it's got to be on a stick. State law. In high school, if your teacher makes a grading mistake in red ink, they can't change it back, even on your permanent record. Oh, and here's another thing. All rock and roll tapes have to have at least one kick-ass guitar solo. Clean it up, Scotty Winkler. That's my best friend Scotty on lead guitar. Todd Boner's on bass. Dusty Privet on drums. Man, the lead singer has to intro the band. I swear to God he does. That's what broke up Journey the first time.
He's read the books. He knows them all.
I swear to God, man. It's state law. Hey, did you know every city has to have at least one radio station do 2 for Tuesday? They have to, and nothing beats a double shot of Whitesnake. And some laws were created because of me, like you can't reuse a pregnancy test. Truth hurts, don't it, Patty?
8:19 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. Christy Lee has the forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Partly cloudy today, maybe a shower or thunderstorm. Look for a high of 87. Partly cloudy tonight, low 65. Sunny and less humid for the weekend. 85 Saturday, 83 on Sunday. We have 70 degrees with sunshine right now.
Thank you very much, Christy. Coming up a week from today, as a matter of fact, we're going to be doing something called heat relief. What does that mean? We'll be collecting water. We will be doing that for the benefit of the Midwest Food Bank, so you can get water to people, especially in the summer. There are a lot of folks that have various issues with housing and with food and with water. So we're trying to help them out. We'll be at the Walmart on the south side at County Line and Emerson. We've been doing it for a few years, and it's been a great success thanks to you. And thanks to help from the Indiana Members Credit Union, 2 Men in a Truck, and the Angel Animal Hospital, and Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. So if you can help us out next week, we'll let you know all the details and be there collecting water, and lots of it. So it's a good thing. You get the bottled water, and they can pass it out to folks that are stuck on the street, et cetera, with all these horrible things going on right now. Now, on a different note, I will remind you that if you are stuck at home and no longer have a real radio, guess what?
What?
Alexa, chicken butt.
Alexa can be your radio, or any of those, the Sonos, all that stuff. You can play the Bob and Tom Show in Q95, listen to some great classic rock all day long on whatever that thing is, even your phone. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. I hear voices.
In your head?
Oh, wait a second.
Look at that. We're very honored to have a professor of a world-renowned university.
That is a mustache. We'll find out what that mustache means in just a second. That's the voice of Chick McGee at the crazycockwine.com sports desk. Josh is at the orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair. Christy's over there in that room. That's Ace Cosby, who is about to perform the Ace Cosby joke of the day in front of professional comedian DJ Dangler, who is next to Pat Godwin on the big screen there. And DJ, you've got like a classic Fu Manchu mustache.
Yeah, it's taken over most of my face.
Yeah, dude, I like it a lot, man. It looks good.
Really? Yeah. That's not the response I get a whole lot.
No, yeah, it's a good handlebar mustache. It looks great.
And I'd say it's totally you, man.
And you've got like a classic 1976 college kid haircut. You're looking good.
Whoa. You're the cool professor that everybody wants to take your class. Yeah.
I've got to tell you, this is a more positive response than I've gotten anywhere.
Now, you're a married man, so obviously I'm sure there's been a critique of some sort from your wife.
That one, she keeps saying that I look like somebody else.
Does she prefer that person to you?
Way more into that than I would be.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
All right.
She's like, hey, you look totally different. We should talk.
If you put a cowboy hat on, you'd have a sort of a Pat McCormick. Very
Pat McCormick
look.
Yeah.
From the Johnny Carson show, I think he was Johnny's head writer.
Well, he was in Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah, Smokey and the Bandit.
He was Big Enos, is what we're talking about. Yeah.
Big Enos Dangler is not a name to throw.
Now, we need to point out that your real name is Dangler.
Yeah.
Dangler. And don't you have a brother isn't it your brother like Dick?
I have a brother, and it sounds like worse than a bad joke, but I have a big brother named Peter Dangler.
Yeah, that's tough.
Poor guy. Wow. But if he goes into porn, he won't have to change his name.
True.
Not at all, but he will have to change his lifestyle.
Well, the worst thing would be if Peter Dangler was meant to be ironic, like calling a bald guy curly.
There it is. If it holds up right high and tight.
Yeah, that'd be a shame. DJ Dangler, comedian, joins us. You're going to be doing I guess it's a digitally delivered comedy show without an actual audience. Am I getting this right?
Yeah, I'm doing my first interweb comedy show.
Great.
It's the future, I guess.
The Social Distancing Social Club Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like I'm doing it with some comics I know. A lot of my friends have really dug it.
Okay, good.
Well, that's
good.
Cool.
Won't it be weird though? And how do you know if you're going over? I mean, if the jokes are
because you can't tell time on the internet. Yeah, that's true.
No. How do you know if the jokes are landing?
Going over.
I was nervous about time too, Chick.
Okay, good.
Do they feed you any audience laughter at all, or?
Yeah, I think they pipe in some of the audience periodically.
So you could technically get heckled.
I could. That would be That's a purpose. Wow. That's a guy who came with an intention.
Yeah, that's a special kind of troll.
Yeah, that's a YouTube commenter.
He's convinced. Yeah, he's helping the show. He's convinced.
But that's the people who are on the internet the most. That's all they do is criticize everything, and they insist on weighing in.
Yeah,
I have never wrapped my head around the fact that there are people who the best part of their day is getting strangers to fight with them.
Yeah. Well, there are so many of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But that's not a fun, I get mad at everybody, but I can't imagine yelling at someone who I didn't think would listen to me.
Yeah. Now, I know that you're kind of a sci-fi guy. What is the T-shirt you've got on? I can see it in the screen, but I can't see.
It's the old cartoon Wizards.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, now I can see.
Was that a Ralph Bakshi thing? Yeah. Okay, yeah.
19. It's older than I am.
Yeah, that's pretty obscure.
When I was little, I thought that was 100 different TV shows, like that movie.
Yeah,
because it's kind of so disjointed or whatever. I was there was a series, and I was no, it was just a 90-minute thing that rooted through your head.
Yeah, that's a fairly deep cut in the world of
This is throwing up some deep gang cats for the nerd crowd.
Well, do you talk about a lot of nerd stuff on your show?
I talk about a lot of nerd stuff in my life. I've done a lot of comic book conventions and stuff. I don't like saying nerd now because everybody that's a popular thing. Every big movie's a comic book movie. But you remember when nerds had to know stuff, not just be bad at sports?
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I like. I used to think when somebody said they were a nerd, I was awesome. This guy's useful, not awesome. This guy needs me to pick stuff up for him.
What are you? You've been sort of quarantined, I know, and with your, forgive me for saying nerd sensibility. what have you been watching, if anything, on Netflix, et cetera, et cetera? Have you
I'm
done a deep dive into something
proud
obscure?
of myself.
Oh.
I've watched a ton of TV, like way too much, but I've gone back and watched everything I've lied about saying I've already watched.
That's a great move. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I should do that for the syllabus of every course I ever took in college.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, I'm so glad that quarantine's almost over. If I'm even here much longer, I'm going to have to start reading books.
What are some of the titles you watched that you would claim to have seen?
Like things that I just didn't get around to fit. Like I went back and watched Legion.
Yeah.
Oh,
which is like the weird, nerdy, whatever.
Right.
It's beautiful.
Right.
Like it's visually stunning, but it's real hard to follow. I went back. I didn't watch Mandalorian as it came out. Like it was one of those I just kind of kept putting off. I'm mostly through The Watchmen now.
Mm-hmm.
I've caught up on a lot of like the Amazon Prime shows I didn't watch.
Gotcha.
I've started chipping through Doctor Who. That's like a big nerd.
Boy, is it.
Wing. That
You're right. That's a whole.
Aren't there thousands of those?
Yes.
There's a lot
It's
of years.
weird for me to find something out that is like the biggest part of people's worlds that I didn't know about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very common.
Like like there are people that like their 3 favorite celebrities I didn't know were celebrities.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like conventions for people that I'm like, hey, why is everybody trying to talk to these skinny British guys?
Oh, that's David Tennant. He was the 4th Doctor, and oh, geez, what?
Yeah, like that's and like people have posters of this scrawny dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's really big that you don't know anything about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember at this hotel there were thousands of people there for some kind of convention, and it was a lady who made Christmas sweaters.
Wow.
Yeah, this was like 15 years ago. I mean, there were thousands of people over the weekend
celebrating her and her work.
Yes, she was some famous Christmas sweater
Are you
knitting lady.
serious?
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe the person I've worked with who has the most impressive credits of any comedian, celebrity I've ever worked with was this dude. I worked with him at like a pumpkin festival.
Yes.
And he's like the world's most prolific pumpkin carver. He's been on every morning show. I forget his name. I feel like a jerk. He was amazing.
Wow.
But it was just some...
Tom, remember that time you didn't you go somewhere and have a guy with a lathe and you were amazed, and the guy... Remember, he would make a solid wood circle out of a baseball bat or something. Remember this?
Oh, no, he would make pliers out of a solid piece of wood. And
you were just astounded by it and thought he was the most famous person in the world.
And I mentioned it on the air, and some guy immediately knew who it was. They would take junior high school buses. You'd go there, and this guy he would take a solid piece of wood like the size of a cigar, and with a knife whittle it and turn into a functioning pair of pliers.
That is impressive.
In one piece. And it's one of those things when you're a kid. My God, I had that thing in my desk drawer for 20 years.
You got it.
Yeah,
wow.
It's probably in a box in my garage. But you have to always remember, as you say, there are worlds that you know nothing about. I mean, you look at cricket matches back in the day, and there are millions of people interested in this, and I couldn't tell you any cricket player on earth.
Yeah.
When you were talking about like what have I been watching that's nerdy, I've discovered a YouTube channel that's just this guy with a bunch of ant farms.
Yes.
Sounds fascinating.
It's 100 times better than any show.
What does he do with the ant farms?
Nothing. He's got like a dozen of them, and he narrates them slowly. And he's got like a few million followers.
There you go.
Does he give voices to the ants?
Nope.
Oh, okay. So he just
nope. He tries to be serious, but he's been doing this for like 10 or 12 years. So like he knows he's crazy.
Wow.
Or the consensus, enough people have voted that he has to at least be concerned.
Does he name the ants?
No. In fact, I love it because like he talks about them. He's like, I don't have a bunch of ants. I have one pet, an ant farm.
Oh yeah, the ants
it's awesome.
are
Like it's a
occasionally considered
weird.
one
It's kind of
organism,
changing the way I look at the world. Like I'm like, oh yeah.
So, so this answers the question. This answers the question: are you still smoking pot?
It does.
Wow.
Remember the marble races?
That's what they're growing on the ant farm.
Yeah.
And the marble races were crazy popular there. But there they probably still are. No sports. The guy was doing the play-by-play for the marble races. It went crazy for a while.
Okay, well, DJ Dangler, once again, DJ will be doing a live stream at the Social Distance Social Club coming up Saturday evening at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. The show is free. Go look for it at comedyjuice.com. And DJ, thank you very much. Good luck with the stash. It's very nice.
Yeah, it's good seeing you.
Thank you.
Keep it going, brother.
Okay, very good. DJ Dangler. Let's move it back over to Christy Lee. We have really gotten no news. Do you have the rat story? Because I wanted Ace to get to that.
Rat story? I don't
Because
have
I want
a
to do
rat.
Ace's joke. Well, let's
Round and round.
Oh, that story. I'm like, what? Rat story.
Well, hang on a
Yeah,
second.
The band Rat.
All right, before we get to that, I promised that I forgot.
Look out.
It's the OmahaSteaks.com joke of the day starring Ace Cosby, brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com.
Not so much jokes, observations.
Yes.
We were talking about dead rock stars earlier off the air. And I actually saw the lead singer from Alice in Chains, Lane Staley.
Right.
Yeah.
Lead singer for Alice in Chains in a fancy restaurant. And he was complaining they wouldn't give him a container for his leftovers. You know what he kept saying?
No.
I'm demanding a box.
The man in the box.
Man in the box is one of their most famous.
Man in the box.
I'm demanding.
Very nice. Now,
I got confused about the rat story because I was thinking the animal rat, but the band Rat is actually making news. They're back on the charts. The 1984 song Round and Round has returned to the Billboard Top 20 thanks to TV.
If you weren't convinced that it was the end of days, here we are. Oh, my God.
Have you seen this commercial?
Yes, it's for Geico.
Yeah, they claim to have a rat problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they've got the band Rat in their
the
bathroom. And
Right.
whatever.
When the song was first released, it peaked at number 12, but has returned this week at number 18.
With a bullet.
Yeah, the song's renewed success can be attributed, of course, to that Geico insurance ad. It features the couple trying to coexist with the band members rocking out in their attic, bathroom, and kitchen. Variety reports since its debut in April, the ad has aired more than 10,000 times and garnered over 8 million views on YouTube.
Huh.
The band wrote on Facebook, "What comes around goes around." Rat singer Stephen Pearcy said it's ironic because in 1984, it was the year of the rat in the Chinese calendar, and it's the year of the rat in 2020.
How about that?
Boy, it sure is.
Yeah, but in these commercials, they launch and relaunch these bands. You know that somewhere CeCe DeVille is going, hey, why couldn't they have had a poison problem? I need a check.
Yeah.
So the guys in Rat apparently have kids that are college age.
Apparently.
They got to pay the tuition. That was probably a pretty good check. The other one was like this. Was that a Geico commercial with the microwave and the band Europe?
Yeah.
Final countdown?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they sang the final. That was a great commercial. I think that was funnier than this one. Remember that one? The lady at
Yeah.
they're
Oh, they loved it.
sitting in the cafeteria or whatever at the work, and the band is in there. The final countdown.
Do you think because of the pandemic, more people are seeing this commercial, though, and that's probably... Because I didn't see that one, the Europe one.
I don't know what I've been watching. I have not seen this commercial until
Really?
right now. Yeah.
Oh.
I've seen it, and I've watched
I've seen
almost
it.
no TV, and I've
Pretty
seen
funny.
it 20 times.
Yeah, they
I
have two.
agree.
And the other
Pretty
one, they
scary.
have a clogging issue, and it's
Yeah.
their neighbors are wearing wooden shoes, dancing and stuff like that. So,
So it's right up your alley, isn't it?
puns and fun. Yeah.
Wordplay.
Yeah.
Speaking of music...
But I would say that song, that Round and Round song, was pretty much their only hit.
What?
And I think so too, right? It was
Wanted
their own-
Man, Lay It Down.
Yeah, but did that get a ton
Wait a
of
minute,
radio
hold
play?
it. I think I heard Lay It Down. I don't know about One in Man, but the new house is amazing. So much character, crown molding, walk-in closets. We do have a rat problem. Let's go down to the basement, and there they are.
Yes.
And that song, isn't that, let's see, who should I ask this? I guess Josh. Isn't that a strip club staple?
Sure. Oh yeah.
Round and Round is?
You'll hear it there.
Along with, what's the huge one?
Girls.
Cherry
Oh, yeah.
Pie?
Cherry Pie,
Motley
Warrant.
Crue.
Yeah, pour some sugar on me.
Oh, yeah, Def Leppard.
Okay, so Round and Round's kind of been around.
Sure, yeah.
There's so at least the strippers kept it in the rotation.
Tears in Heaven.
All right.
Color My Will.
God.
Yeah, we have a list of the worst songs.
Yes.
You know, the winner, by the way, the worst song at a strip club was "The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald."
Yeah, that's a bad one. That's not very.
That was the big winner.
But that is one you
maybe
want to get
Michael Martin Murphy.
Wildfire.
Probably doesn't get played a lot at strip clubs.
The band that provided music for Tiger King's Joe Exotic is releasing new songs.
Now, one of the gentlemen passed away, right?
Vince Johnson of the Vince Johnson Band has recently signed an exclusive licensing and distribution deal. As part of the agreement, all of Joe Exotic's music, which was actually co-written and performed by Johnson, will be compiled onto an album and released on streaming services.
So he was in the Tiger King. He's lip syncing all those songs.
Yeah, his longtime music collaborator, Daniel Clinton, this is Mr. Johnson, who helped him pen a lot of the songs for Tiger King, passed away last year, Josh. That's who you're thinking
But it's not
of.
the singer. Okay.
No.
Gotcha.
And new songs, including one called Killer Carol, will be released.
Oh,
yeah.
still at it, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, the Carol Baskin thing.
That's right.
Oh, man.
This is not the band we're currently discussing.
Yeah, that was 3 minutes ago. But
sorry.
So I'm sorry. So they've got an anti-Carol Baskin song.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure that's not Wildfire?
Here's my one question, though.
They should have Carol Baskin join the band. It'd be like a Fleetwood Mac thing.
Oh, a super group?
No, like Stevie and Lindsay didn't get along anymore because they were getting divorced. They came out with rumors. And, yeah. Carol Baskin joins the band.
I was confused.
And they wait for Joe Exotic to get out of prison. And
at one point, Joe Exotic is singing live at a funeral or at a memorial service,
and he's not doing
singing
bad.
in a mic, and he
singing.
sounds pretty good. Are we to believe that was lip sync?
Maybe it was
at a funeral, though.
Lip sunk can't be right.
No,
can it?
It's synced, but sank is funny.
Lip synced.
Here's part of it. Here we go.
Tell all the hunters to lay down their guns.
This is not Joe Exotic.
No.
Tell them that
This is Mr. Johnson.
The guy's got a good voice.
Yes.
I don't think there's any denying he sounds great.
Yeah.
but that guy's the one that's still alive.
And that's the guy that's re-releasing the songs.
Good
Correct.
for him. He should have a career.
Yeah.
He's good.
Okay, but what it's like a weird reverse Milli Vanilli thing.
Yeah.
But okay, well, if you want to listen to that band, the only way to do it properly is with Raycon earbuds. That's right. Chick McGee is the man that turned me on to these.
I searched the world over.
These are
Thought
the
you
best
found
earbuds.
true love, but you found Raycon.
And there it was.
And they're about half the price of those white ones that keep falling out. And they sound amazing. And they're famous, of course, for their bass. The newest model, the Everyday E25 earbuds, best yet, 6 hours of playtime. Bluetooth pairing that is indeed seamless, and a compact design, and they've got that noise isolating thing, so you're not going to have to hear someone blabbing at you. Oh, I'm just relaxing here listening to something nice in my Raycon E25 earbuds. Got a great offer right now. You go to buyraycon.com/Tom and get 15% off. Also great for taking phone calls, by the way, if you're on the go. The Raycon wireless earbuds. Check them out. Celebrities like Snoop Dogg and Chick McGee obsessed with the Raycons.
Yep.
And
Love them.
Who knows more about it than Chick?
I was listening to him earlier. That's why I started playing Wildfire. I didn't know what we were doing. Oh, man, that sounds so good in the Raycon.
Oh, that's nice. Sorry. It's buyraycon.com/Tom for 15% off Raycon wireless earbuds. That's buyraycon.com/Tom for the best earbuds out there. And they're about half the price. So please tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. When we come back, Christy, give me the teaser.
Would you buy meat from a vending machine?
Heck yeah.
You would?
I'd buy a hot dog. I bought a hot dog.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Would you do drive-through Botox? We have both those stories coming up.
Okay, well, we'll find out.
What is this, the Big Dare show? I dare you.
Fear Factor?
We'll be right back. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
More Bob and Tom next. Got a comment? Our email.
This is one of my favorite tunes, by the way.
Tom's going to do one of his big hits.
Oh, yeah. It is, actually. It's
a huge hit.
One of the better ones. Yeah, all set over there, Tom?
I beg your pardon? Who are you speaking to?
Oh.
It's that strange European accent that
Yes,
you can't
indeed.
quite place.
I'm sorry, your name, sir?
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Good
Bonjour.
morning, Mr. Bonjour.
Oh, that's very funny.
Oh, yeah, we said.
You must be the chick, the funny one. Yes. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, we didn't catch your name.
I haven't thought of one yet.
I see.
It's Peter Merritt, isn't it? Or
I think it is Peter Baird.
Peter Baird.
Something
Yes.
like that?
Yes. That would be very fun.
He's the crappy artist, isn't he?
Dick Baird? Yeah.
Ricardo Baird. Yes.
Ricardo Baird.
Excuse me, darling. I hate to interrupt you, but there's something I must tell you. I will sing for you now. In a minute.
Let it come around.
I will sing after the band comes around.
It's the band's fault.
If you find yourself in Holland, they'll say to you, how yaman. In France, they'll say, fermez la gueule. In Athens, you'll hear scarmont. In Berlin, it's Helden Sie die Schnauze! In Jakarta, it's simply bon com. Let me translate for you, darling. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Coming around again.
Has there ever been a topic on which you don't expound? Has there ever been a moment when your mouth wasn't making a sound? Have you ever had the feeling that you might have said enough? I am begging you, my darling, shut up, shut up, shut up. Day or night, it does not matter. You still want to shoot the breeze. When I hear your constant chatter, I'm thinking, someone shoot me, please! Maestro! Now we are in the bedroom, so comfortably inclined. But the only intercourse we're having is the conversational kind. There's just one way to stop you from blabbering so much. Say hello to Mr. Johnson and shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Bravo.
Fermez la douche.
Yes.
Bonjour.
Baird Chevalier.
Baird Chevalier.
Maurice Chevalieris. Thank you. Maurice Chevalieris is the name.
John Johnson memory system? And wow, what a difference. My memory used to be the worst. Do you know there was a time when I couldn't even remember what I heard just a couple of minutes ago? Thanks, Jerome.
Yes, with the Johnny Jasper memory system, you'll never forget anything important ever again. To order this Jake Jensen memory system, just call 1-888. That's 1-800. Again, 1-877-5. 1-888-5. Or no, it's an 800 number. Oh, yes, that's 1-888-352-4QML. The Jackie Jackson memory system costs only $19.95. That's right, just $29.95. Call today and we'll also include at no extra charge a notepad that you could use to write things down. Yes, you'll get the Junior Johnson memory system and the notepad all for just $39.95. Call and give your credit card and ATM number to our operators today. And what's the first thing you want to do tomorrow? That's right. call and give our operators your credit card number. And don't forget to do what it was that I told you to do earlier involving the thing I was talking about. Your memory will improve, or my name isn't Jim Johansson.
Okay, Mr. Jenkins, that's a tape.
Good. I've got kind of a busy day ahead of me. I have to go record a commercial for my memory system.
Yes, that's right. It's National Donut Day. We'll love it. 846 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
And apparently...
at least I'm in the room when the break starts.
Hovering around donuts apparently
Thanks, Taylor.
eliminates the coronavirus.
Taylor Baker.
No need to socially
Really?
distance when there are donuts involved.
National Donut
He's
Day.
right. We really were huddled together.
I walk by the green room, and you wonder why I won't go in the green room.
Yeah.
I walk by the green room, you're all huffing donut dust. You couldn't go in there one at a time? You were afraid that someone would eat all of your Taylor's donuts if you didn't get him.
Hey, there's donuts here.
We were 6 inches apart.
Well, when you die of the CV, don't come to me.
When you die of the CV.
The custard donut I just had was worth it.
We're going to be
okay,
fine.
we'll find out. That's the way he would have wanted it that way. We have donuts on the casket. Thank you, Taylor's. Christy, what have you got in the weather-wise world?
Oh, it's going to be partly cloudy today. Maybe a shower popping up, high 87, but sunny for the weekend, dry, 85 Saturday, 83 Sunday, 70 currently.
Thank you very much. Don't forget, next Friday, heat relief will be in the south side. I've been telling you about that, how you can help out some folks getting some water on the streets. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks very much for joining us. Christy Lee is in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
Yep.
And Josh is right there. I can see him in the orangeinsoles.com sidekick chair.
Hi.
The chick's currently eating a donut. It's National Donut Day.
Yes, it is.
Mind your own business.
I walk by the green room and socially distancing be damned, the three of you hovering over some donuts.
Man, you're not kidding.
Now you've breathed on all of them.
We were really close.
Oh, jeez. You wouldn't have eaten them anyway.
No, you don't.
You don't have to, don't even act like you would eat a donut.
Yeah, they haven't been sitting for a day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, when they're delivered, you have to leave them out for 24 hours, right? Before so all the germs die?
No.
Yes.
Wipe off the box. The point is...
Yeah, you could have another baby and go, we'll be back in 24 hours for this.
Yeah, we can't get it down. You nurses have touched it.
All right, fine. Fine.
The problem is.
Can I have your car?
You know, and if one of us does, get this, and something horrible happen, you'd just be there going, well, I told him so.
You ate
Who
that
does
donut.
get it? Didn't I tell you guys?
You didn't answer my question. Can I have your car? The little one, not the big one.
Yes, you can have my little car.
Okay. Does it have any payments left, or you buy it outright?
Yes, it has payments. What am I?
So I got to take over the payments? What kind of
payments? Hang on a second.
What kind of
hell yeah, you got to take
kind
over
of a crappy
payment?
gift? Sorry, is giving me the car if I got to make the payments?
Congratulations.
I don't want to get that in the will.
What is that credit life?
Why did you guys have to? Why were you breathing all over them?
Oh, for God's sake,
We
Tom.
were talking.
We were not breathing.
In a friendly manner.
We don't go in there and go. all
Until
over the
Josh and I had the
donuts.
One of you was
fight.
One of you was poking the donut to see what the filling was.
Chick really
does
did
that.
take his time over the. He was really exploring the donuts.
Did you cough on any of them?
No, I stabbed a couple of holes. And,
I put a fork in there so nobody had to touch anything.
Yes, that's what I did. I
Next
used
time,
a fork.
one at a time in there, and don't hover over all of them. When I bring you guys those pastries, I wrap them in plastic.
Look at Godwin. He's got
a big donut.
A donut with sprinkles. Who brought that to you?
Mike.
Oh, that
That's
was
sweet.
nice.
Yeah.
Don't eat it, just apply it to your ass. Okay, let's move on.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
Mr. Chocolate Croissant every day. Yeah,
Those chocolate croissants are good.
They don't have any calories at all in them either.
That's what I say. Don't tell
Like
me
the donut I ate.
any different. Okay, well, thanks for today's National Donut Day. Thank you.
Well, that's just more donuts for us guys. That's how I look at it. He won't eat them.
Boy, they're good. I would have eaten them.
No, you wouldn't.
Hovering over them.
You're a dirty liar.
You are a dirty liar. You just wanted to make us look bad.
No, I didn't want to make you look bad. I walked by and I was horrified.
Yeah,
the three of you huddled together.
We were very, very close.
After all the
because
efforts.
we like each other,
Yes.
okay? And we're going to talk.
Oh, you're gonna like death.
We're not going to die.
Of the three of us, I'm fine.
I'd say the same thing.
Yeah, I'd say the Vegas odds on, as Josh coughs heartily into his elbow.
Maybe we should do that. The odds of who's going to get sick, me, Josh, or Christy. Probably me, right?
Well, and then it would be who recovers.
Oh, that's true.
You guys are playing a horrible game right now.
I'll take the over on Josh, and when I say the under on Chick, I mean under 6 feet.
Come on. What do I mean the under?
Okay, but this is all going to be funny.
That's going to be a wild funeral, man.
Play it at the funeral.
It's going to be wild.
How many days before we come back on the air after he kicks? A week? I mean, do we?
What are we talking about?
No.
When Chick dies,
You guys are wait.
No, we come back right
Hang
away.
on a second. I want to hear this.
We come back right away. We play his best bits, and after the first hour, we get back to first hour.
Is that what you want? What do you want?
Evidently.
How soon do you want us back on the air?
A month of mourning. I want shrouds. I want cloth-covered drums.
I thought you were going to be taxidermied in the hallway.
Well, that was
Mixed?
Yeah, that was.
Do you want what's that? Do you want some bagpipes?
I don't care for bagpipes. Don't care for. Although that
It's our party. You're not even going to be there.
No, that's true.
It appears you beat that cold, though. You're looking good.
Do what you want. Yeah, I didn't have a runny nose when I got here. Now I got a runny nose again. So I don't know what's going on.
I think Jim Henson had that.
Briefly.
Oh my God.
Hey, Christy, what do you got going over there at the news desk?
Is this the saddest song ever made?
Pretty much.
The guy freezes to death, right?
No, she
freezes
to
looking
death.
for a horse.
Looking for a horse wildfire.
She was lost.
This song should be called "Get a Coat."
Boy, oh boy, that tells you everything you need to know. About.
Hey, hi, I'm Princess Diana for seatbelts. If I'd been wearing one, all this sorrow wouldn't have been necessary. But I'm rich and famous, and I could never get killed in a car crash.
Christy?
Back to you.
Casinos have reopened in Las Vegas.
I saw that. The Bellagio funeral's lit and everything. Is that right?
Casinos in Nevada reopened Thursday for the first time since March. Employees donned masks. Hand sanitizer has been made available. Social distancing reminders have been put up. And some establishments have removed seats to limit players at table games and slot machines. A video marquee on the Los Angeles Strip suggests, quote, wash your hands while saying Vegas, baby, 20 times.
Vegas, baby.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah,
The
while
happy-
you're washing your
the
hands, like happy birthday.
thing.
Yeah, I think the fountain at Bellagio is, I think it's running.
It's on.
The fountain?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. They chlorinate it?
Well, you're not in the fountain.
The video I saw, there are technicians running around with sanitizer for dice and all sorts of things. Yeah.
Wow.
Hand sanitizer, they spray the dice when they pass and all sorts of things.
Wow. Okay. Pat, you're waving your guitar at me. What's going on over there?
If you're talking Vegas, you got to hear from the king, right?
Matt King?
Frank King?
That'll help.
Chicanella.
Casino City is coming back. Might set my temperature on fire. A whole lot of people playing side by side. I hope they have an air purifier. There's a million pretty people mingling out there, dancing in the clubs in their underwear, gambling with more than they have to spare. Viva Las Virus! Viva Las Virus! Viva Las Virus!
All right, sir.
Like it very much.
And by the way, the coronavirus doesn't just stay in Vegas. Just in case you're wondering. It's mobile, as they say.
Of course it is.
Coming up.
Very good, Pat.
Coming up,
Thank
we
you,
have
Josh.
comedian Gina Brillan. We have an interesting story about an asteroid heading for Earth.
Yes, and we also have another reopening. Did you see this one?
I did not.
Universal Orlando opens today.
Wow.
Yep, to the general public after a 2-day dry run for those with annual passes. All visitors must wear face coverings and have their temperatures taken at the gate. SeaWorld Orlando opens next week. Walt Disney World next month.
Hope they're not using just one thermometer. That would be
Rectal.
antithetical to
Wow. I'm going to go get some.
You know what they say? You never share a rectal thermometer.
Well, you know what the difference is between a rectal and an oral.
No,
the taste.
How about that?
Chick famous for bogarting the rectal thermometer.
I can tell a joke. Yeah.
You almost done with that, sir?
And more sad songs coming back besides Wildfire.
All right.
Okay, songs to strip to. And we got, would you say, a Botox drive-through somewhere.
Yes.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Tell us what you think. Call 888-BOB-TOM-1. More of the Bob and Tom Show next.
Hi, this is Bob and Tom 24/7. My name is Jim Gaffigan. I have to go and, well, I just had a hot pocket, so you know where I'm going.
Hot Pockets. Jim Gaffigan, everybody. Hey, for everything Bob and Tom, check out bobandtom.com. All the latest Bob and Tom highlights, news, information, everything Bob and Tom, including links to all of our social media sites. We know you kids love your social media. And, of course, much, much more. You can even email us, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. In the subject line, just put request and what you want to hear. We'll put it in front of Tom's face. Boom. Next thing you know, you're listening to that request right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Protesters stayed on the streets of New York City after curfew for another day Thursday, spurred by the death of George Floyd. Actions by the protesters included gathering at Brooklyn's Cadman Plaza, the site where police used batons against demonstrators who were out past the city-imposed curfew a night earlier. Thousands of protesters were out, as were police. And police challenged whether a Black Lives Matter protest planned for Saturday in Australia's largest city is too much of a virus risk, as demonstrators in the capital of Sydney reminded the country that racial inequality is not a U.S. issue alone. Masks and hand sanitizers were handed out at a recent Canberra rally. Most protesters there kept social distance except to hear speeches. The crowd exceeded virus limits, though. Police did not intervene. However, Saturday's protests are likely to be much larger and will be harder to maintain social distancing. And Saturday's anniversary will be one of the loneliest remembrances ever for the June 6, 1944 D-Day landings in Normandy. The coronavirus pandemic is keeping almost everyone away, from government leaders to frail veterans who might not get another chance for a final farewell to their unlucky comrades. Even the weather forecast is bad. Heading into the Remembrance Weekend, the salty brine coming up the ocean at France's Omaha Beach hits the nostrils, the shrieks of seagulls pierces the ears, and a sense of desolation hangs over the region's country roads. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I listen every day to the show. Thank you. I know everyone picks on each other, but is Tom really that crazy in everyday life? Or is it a show thing?
No.
He seems like he's going off the rails more and more. How does he live every day? Tom, your thoughts?
Well, I'll be okay.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Sure.
That's that there.
He's
in
fine
there
with it,
lies
yeah.
the rub. He will be okay.
He will be okay no matter what.
Leaving a wake of destruction.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like
there's
Mr. Magoo.
Spilled coffee and fires everywhere, but he'll be fine.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Bob.
And this is Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
walking with my lady a week ago last night. The air was warm and wonderful, the stars were shining bright. We laid down in the forest, I started to get face, when a big swarm of mosquitoes broke up our embrace. So get off when you're walking, get off on summer days. Get off and spray mosquito bites away. Get off on vacation, get off inside the sack. I got off in the grocery store, I never can go back. Jack and Jill Jaworski go camping every June. They crawl inside the sleeping bag and start howling at the moon. Jack was quite excited till mosquitoes bit his face. Jill, she got Jack off and killed the skeeters with the spray. So get off when you're camping, get off on summer days. Get off and spray mosquito bites away. Get off on vacation, get off inside the sack. I got off in the drugstore, I never can go back. You can't beat off. No, you can't beat off. Bring it down. It's the best darn bug repellent on your grocery shelf. You can't beat off. No, you can't beat off. If you spray off on the mattress, blame somebody else. I went down to the lake house, saw Muffy and Maureen. They took off their bikinis and applied the tanning cream. I strolled into the bushes to get...
Yeah, that's right. 9:02 at Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
I look and I see those freshly cut bangs of Christy Lee. They look great.
I had all my cares
I've got
cut.
Glenn Campbell hair. I noticed that in the...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah.
Just stupid looking.
Could we get some weather from you?
Oh, you sure can. Q95 Fox 59 weekend weather brought to you by CarX. Partly cloudy today, really sunny right now. Clouds will move in this afternoon. 20% chance for a shower, high 87. Beautiful weekend, sunny both days. Saturday.
Thank you very much. Welcome back. It's the Bob and Tom Show. Happy to be here. Let's go around the room here. There's Pat Godwin in the next building. I can see him. Nice. I liked your Vegas song. Over there we have Ace Cosby. You'll find him at the omahasteaks.com. Ace Cosby joke of the day desk. He's our engineer. There's Chick. There's Josh. Christy, of course, the Navy Federal Credit Union News desk in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
Yeah.
Nice to know. And we're going to grab a couple more news stories from Christy coming up. Comedian Gina Briand. But first, Christy, what have you got?
A butcher in Rochester, New York has installed a meat vending machine in his storefront.
Love it.
Local meats owner Kevin McCann has changed some things in his shop to better meet coronavirus safety measures upon reopening. A large refrigerated vending machine in the vestibule accounts for one of those changes. The machine offers 9 levels of revolving shelves that will be stocked with freshly cut, uncooked steaks, burgers, sausages, pork chops, chicken, and bacon.
Is this one of those things where you see like a window and then that big screw winds around and it drops your...
It's probably closer to one
No.
of those automats.
Yeah, the automat where
you
the
put
thing turns.
coin in and the door is allowed to open then?
Because I like the ones that they have the graph thing and you have to kind of press.
Right.
You have to press, C6 to get the hot dogs. It would be ironic if A1 was a steak.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Hey, look, I got some A1 for my A1.
It makes that noise.
Customers can use credit cards and Apple Pay to purchase items. This is a good idea, I guess.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, because you won't have to wait in line.
Sure.
Right.
All right.
Still fresh. Yeah. Good.
And a Florida clinic has been providing drive-through Botox service during the pandemic.
No kidding.
Michael Salazar, a plastic surgeon known as Dr. Miami.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Dr. Miami.
I can Botox anybody.
Dr. Salazar offers the Botox injections out of the garage of his building in Bal Harbor. He said he got the idea while sitting in his car waiting for a blood test for coronavirus antibodies. Dr. Salazar said the areas that we inject Botox are the upper face, exactly the parts of the face that aren't covered by the mask, so it's really ideal. He himself wears a mask, a face shield, and a surgical gown. Your drive-through Botox sets you back $600.
And I read for an extra $100, they'll also fix any small creases in your hood or your doors. Because
a little body work.
You got the car. You got the car right there.
Fill in small cracks in the windshield.
I'd like Botox, a order of fries, and a Diet Coke.
Full service, huh?
Yeah.
You know, the coronavirus pandemic has led to an epidemic of wipes and masks clogging up our sewers. I don't know if you've heard about this.
Masks.
Yeah. Yeah. According to Philadelphia Mayor Jim Kenney, 19 sewer and stormwater pumping stations had experienced clogs from face masks, gloves, and wipes during the period between mid-March and the end of April. Kenney reminded residents not to flush any of these items down the toilet. Officials in other cities, rural communities, and even the United States Environmental Protection Agency have also issued similar pleas as wastewater plant operators report a surge of stopped-up pipes and damage to their equipment.
We get letters all the time from people that work at these facilities saying just because it says flushable on the carton or the box or whatever doesn't mean it is.
Yeah.
So do they make a flushable mask?
I don't think so.
Wouldn't it have to be
or gloves?
Yeah,
people were just being ignorant.
Who would do that?
Yeah, forget e pluribus unum. The American motto should be out of sight, out of mind. I'll just flush this and let someone else deal with it as it backs up, because it can also back up your plumbing.
Sure.
I remember I told you I had a guy over at my house and found out that the issue was a Barbie doll head.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the poor plumber who has to go to the Griswold home?
No,
I can't. No.
Oh, my God.
Well paid.
Well, and then excuse me, can I go outside to my truck and sit for a minute, please?
You have a hose. I want to put it in the exhaust and then send it in the back door. No, we were talking about the song, the Rat song, Round and Round, because it's now part of a TV commercial. It's for Geico, right?
Yes.
And it's back on the charts, apparently, having had thousands of plays in the TV commercial. And then, Chick, you were suggesting, I mentioned that I thought Round and Round probably was one of those songs that has lived forever in strip clubs.
Yeah.
And you came up with a list of the worst songs to strip to.
Well, I was going to do sad songs, to be honest, but then I got into it a little bit, and then they're
too sad.
Too sad, yeah. So I just, to hell with it.
Here's one. Oh. You wouldn't want to, I don't think you'd want to strip to this one.
I was born and raised down in Alabama.
That's true.
On a farm way back up in the woods.
Too sad. Or this one. Could you strip to this one, Christy? It's a great song.
It was the 3rd of June today. Billy Joe McAllister jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge.
I think I've told you this story. She was on Hee Haw one night, and my dad spent a little too long looking at Bobby Gentry, and my mom lost her mind over someone on TV. Yeah. Oh boy.
Well, insecure your mama, huh?
I got to look up Bobby Gentry. Was she a looker?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. She was pretty.
She had
Still
some
is.
weird hair going on, but
She's still around?
Hair piled up high.
Well, that was the look back then. Remember, Dolly had it.
That's
Tammy
a great
Wynette
song.
had it.
Oh, yeah. Very attractive.
And then, could you strip to this one?
Breaker 19, is anyone there?
Absolutely.
Come on, back truckers. Talk
Naked
to
Teddy
Bear.
Teddy Bear.
You see, I get lonely and it helps to talk.
Look at you.
My shirt.
Because that's about all I can do. I'm crippled and I can't.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
about that.
See? Do you remember how this started? I said these songs. I said they're too sad. We can't.
That's a
There are
terrible
upbeat
song.
songs that would be terrible stripper songs.
Is that right?
Abraham, Martin, and John.
That's not very upbeat, but Lion Sleeps Tonight, that's not particularly sexy. Or Witch Doctor.
Ooh, ooh, ah, bing, bang, walla, walla, bing, bang.
Doesn't scream sexiness.
Take it off.
Melanie, I got a brand new roller skate.
That's kind of sexy because of Boogie Nights.
Is it?
They played it when Roller Girl was about to
Well, that's true.
Hello, Mudda. Hello, Fada.
Yeah, that's not particularly
Be rough to strip to.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of creepy. Really.
Man, what happened to you in your life when Alan Sherman was performing songs?
Had all the albums, know them cover to cover.
Good Lord.
To this day.
What are the others other than
My Son the Folk Singer?
Camper Guy? My Son the Folk. That was the name of the album.
Considered yourself a nerd when you were in school?
Wasn't there something about Hanukkah? Wasn't there?
Yeah, there's a song that goes, For I am moving to Shaker Heights, where I have a connection in dry goods.
Good Lord.
That's why you like them.
To the tune of Green Sleeves.
This is a bullseye on you. Man.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let's move on. Christy Lee, once again, at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. What have we missed?
Stuffed animals have been riding a roller coaster in California every day for the past week.
That's right, they are.
Have you seen this video? This is hilarious.
The Giant Dipper roller coaster, along with other attractions at Belmont Park and Mission Beach, has been closed to the public since March, of course, because of coronavirus. However, the 95-year-old coaster must continue to operate several times a day to keep its machinery from tightening up. After several giant stuffed animals were strapped into the seats last week, they've been riding the coaster twice an hour for 6 hours every day.
Yeah, there was a big bear that was very sick, though. Stuffing everywhere.
So it puked.
Yeah.
Roller coaster.
Steep.
Motion sickness.
Exactly. Yeah.
The sad thing is the maintenance crew had to spend $82,000 playing enough games to win.
All the riders?
animals?
Oh, man.
It's like $8 a shot.
Yeah, that's tough.
Brutal.
The general manager of Belmont Park, Steve Thomas, said the toys serve no other purpose than to cheer people up, and that's a good thing.
You ever been a stuffed animal guy? Around even your kids, stuffed animals?
Oh, we have a number of stuffed animals. Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm a big fan.
All right.
Didn't you have a stuffed animal as a kid?
I had Huckleberry and Yogi Bear.
There you go. That's nice.
I sure did.
I'm sure they were friendly to you. Didn't hit you like anybody else in the building.
Josh is my attorney. Can you help a brother out here?
Hey, Yogi. Thanks for never hitting me.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling.
Huckleberry, you'd never put a lit cigarette out on my arm.
Oh, my
And you're too short to play pool.
Is anyone there? Come on back, suckers, and talk to Teddy Bear.
I'm going to go ahead and...
Hey, fellas.
I'm going to go ahead and leave early if that's cool.
Sounds like Mom and Dad are at it again.
If it's not cool, I'm still leaving early.
Oh, you missed the best part.
Evidently, Bobby Gentry was on Hee-Haw.
Yeah.
See, he was crippled.
I'll put one of you against my left ear and one of you against my right ear so I don't have to hear them screaming at each other.
Oh,
Good show. I think we did.
do we have any more of that hard brew to drink or cold?
Cold brew. I have some of the cold brew.
No, I want the
non-alcoholic.
stuff with the alcohol in
A
it.
big hunk of steak's what we need. That's what we need, by God.
The perfect Father's Day gift, of course, comes from Omaha Steaks. You've been thinking, what should I get Dad for Father's Day? And you don't want to get him a tie. Hey, Dad, I got you a vest. Oh, really?
Lovely.
Right.
What am I, an usher?
Give me a stool and a short rope.
Hey, the buttons light up.
Yeah, me a teddy bear. Oh, great. Thanks.
No, you know what Dad wants. He wants perfectly aged, tender steaks shipped directly to his front door by our friends at Omaha Steaks.
They're in a big foam cooler.
That's right. They don't ship them in plastic Ziploc bags.
No, they'd spoil by the time they got there.
Exactly. Omaha Steaks. Oh, and you, Bob and Tom Show listeners, you're lucky. Everybody else, not so much. But you have access to a variety of amazing packages, perfect for old daddy. Go to omahasteaks.com, enter the code BTS into the search bar. You'll see all the great options available, many that include free shipping. Who doesn't love that? And, my goodness, a free 1-pound package of their perfectly cured, incredibly thick applewood smoked steak cut bacon. Kidding me with that? Omaha Steaks has a variety of Father's Day packages that include world-famous Omaha Steaks, naturally aged at least 21 days for that optimal tenderness and hand-carved to perfection. Burgers, franks, sausages, everything perfect for the grill. Premium poultry and pork cut by Omaha Steaks butchers, individually sealed for freshness and flavor. Tasty, easy-to-make side dishes like those potatoes au gratin, plus one-step family meals, artisan desserts. Oh, those caramel apple tartlets. Add a little vanilla ice cream to those. I'm telling you, Dad's going to love it. Make Father's Day simple this year. Send Dad the gift he really wants, perfectly aged Omaha Steaks. A few days ago, we grilled up some bacon-wrapped fillets. Oh, man. We were rapping about how good they were. These are great. Omaha Steaks.
I'm glad I ate.
Get free shipping.
Steaks are great.
Wow, taking the hip out of hip-hop.
Hey, man, I was freeform style.
Free shipping and free steak cut bacon on select packages. Visit omahasteaks.com. Type BTS in the search bar for the best Father's Day gifts today. Omaha Steaks. Dad's going to love them, and you're going to love them because I'm sure he's going to share with you.
Thank you very much. omahasteaks.com. Check it out, the perfect Father's Day gift. Coming back with comedian Gina Brion. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
It feels good to say it's Friday, doesn't it? Well, it is Friday, June 5th, and you're along for the ride here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Gia Brion on the way via Zoom on the Bob and Tom Show right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. More of the show coming up.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. More than a few celebrities were on hand for the memorial service for George Floyd in Minneapolis. Among those seen at the event yesterday, comedian Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish, singer-actor Tyrese Gibson, rappers Ludacris and T.I. Mourners gazed at a mural honoring Floyd projected above his golden coffin. Floyd died May 25th after a white police officer pressed his knee into his back for nearly 9 minutes. And Gabrielle Union has taken her fight against NBC and the producers of America's Got Talent a step further. She's filed a claim with the state of California, saying she was fired because she complained about an on-set environment that tolerated racism. Her filing comes a week after a probe ordered by NBC concluded her claims of bias were unfounded. And for the first time since mid-March, a big Florida theme park is reopening. Universal Orlando reopens to the general public today after a 2-day dry run for those with annual passes. All visitors must wear face coverings and have their temperatures taken at the gate. SeaWorld Orlando opens next week, so do other SeaWorld-owned parks, and Walt Disney World plans to welcome back visitors next month. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I'm going to let you read our topic for today's Stupid World Records.
This is such a great
Go right ahead.
Oh, okay.
It's so great.
The largest mouth gape.
Mouth gape?
Come on.
Certified by a dentist.
Does that
This is
mean
a
you
human
just
being?
Yes, human
opening
being.
your mouth?
Yeah, see, Christy, yours probably opens an inch and a half, and admittedly, you have a tongue the size of a small fly.
Oh, my gosh. My kids make fun of me all the time.
Your girls are comparing tongues over there?
Somebody
That beats
found-
movie night.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans. Padoom, 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 and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I love to watch you as the jasmine wind blows through your hair, your bedroom eyes, your pouting lips. I just can't help but stare. You're in a satin nightgown, and I see your lovely curves. I hear somebody coming, and I drop my binoculars. Peeking through your window, I watch you get undressed. As you slip off your nightgown, my heart pounds in my chest. I think I'll break into your house and lie down on your bed, then dance around your bedroom with your panties on my head. I can't stop stalking you every minute, every day. I can't stop stalking you. Nothing in this world will keep me away. I watch you at the health club. I watch you at the mall. Last week I sat beside you in the airport bathroom stall. I know you really love me. Someday you'll say I do. Even though a restraining order keeps me 100 feet from you. I can't stop stalking you every minute, every day. I can't stop stalking you. Nothing in this world will keep me away.
Hello, 920 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Gina Brion's going to be our guest in a matter of moments. But first, I look over that way and I see Josh. Wait a minute, I want to look over that way. There she is behind the glass. It's Christy Lee with an update on the weather.
Q95 Fox 59 weather for the weekend brought to you by CarX. Partly cloudy today. Look for a high of 87. Slight chance of a storm or a shower. Partly cloudy overnight, low 65. And then Saturday and Sunday, perfect. Dry, 0% chance of rain, and a high of 85 and 83. So it's going to be a great looking weekend here.
All right. Thanks very much, Christy Lee. Coming up, let's see, it'll be next Friday. We're going to do heat relief, trying to collect some bottled water, in fact, big amounts of it, to help out folks that are struggling with food and water right now. A lot of street people, it's real tough in the heat. So we're going to be collecting a bunch of water. Details can be found on our Facebook page, et cetera, et cetera. Heat Relief 2020. We hope to see you down there. It'll be on the south side. We'll be collecting it at the Walmart at County Line in Emerson. All Friday, next Friday. So once again, hope you can help out and buy cases and cases of water and give them away. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We are worldwide on American Forces Radio and coast to coast on a bunch of great radio stations. I look around the room, I'll go left to right. There's Pat Godwin in the next building. We see him via camera. There's Gina Brion. I see her on camera. We'll find out where she is in just a second. Her hair looks lovely. Speaking of great hair, Ace Cosby, who always wears a hat, even though he has a great head of hair, just to make me feel bad. It's unbelievable. That's Ace Cosby over there. Then at the crazycockwine.com sports desk, it's Chick. There's Josh, and there's Christy. This is Tom speaking. Gina, I have just been told you are due with your first baby in July, correct?
Yes, I am.
All right.
I got a little bun cooking.
Congratulations.
For you.
Thank you so much.
It's wonderful.
And I know
Been up to the devil's business, eh? All right.
And
that's how I do.
where are you right now? Are you in your house?
I am. I'm chilling in the living room. I would have brought you into the bedroom, but there's this guy that lives here that refuses to leave.
You married a Midwesterner, though, right?
I did.
Where's he from?
He's from Indiana.
Okay.
And he's as farm to table white as they get.
Now, did I pronounce your name right? Is it Brion?
Yes, you nailed it. That was good.
Okay, because this is the first time I've gotten it right all morning. Because you want to say Brillon.
No, you don't. No. I don't. Well,
it's spelled Brillon.
Well, yeah. If you
Brillon.
Oh, never mind.
What is the origin of that? What?
I'm Puerto Rican, but a lot of people believe that there's some sort of French origin to my name, which wouldn't surprise me because whenever I head out to Montreal, they French it up a lot with Brion.
Brion. Do you have a house? Then it would be Chateau Brion.
Chateau Brion. Look at you.
Wow, that's something.
You should call your place Chateau Brion. And it's just right now, it's just you and your husband, so it's Chateau Brion for two.
Which is the way it normally comes, yes.
Soon to be 3 because it was Chateau Brion for 2.
Don't let that kid eat any of your steak. That's why. Pregnant, so how's it going? You feeling good? You look great.
Oh, thank you. Honestly, it's been a really chilled pregnancy, which I feel bad saying that because, a lot of women hate hearing that where it's like, what are you girls complaining about? This was easy. This part has been amazing. No morning sickness, no nothing. I'm apparently raising an angel somehow. And that just means when he comes out, he'll probably be absolutely a terror.
Yep, you're right. You got that right. I have 7 kids. I've been through some of this. I want to ask you, Gina, this is a yes or no question, okay? Don't elaborate.
Oh, boy.
Jeez.
No, this is the only fair way to do this.
All right.
This yes or no, that's all I need to hear when I ask this question. Do you have a name for the child?
Yes.
Okay, that's it. You don't have to say what it is. And the same thing with this question. Do you know if it's a boy or a girl?
Yes.
Okay, that's it right
She
there.
just said boy.
Yeah.
She did?
Yeah, referred to he.
I was trying to get my question right, not screw it up.
His name's Leonard. She said Leonard, too. Didn't you hear that? Lenny Brion. Oh,
named after Leonard Bernstein, who, of course, composed the music for West Side Story.
Please stop.
Prominently featuring some Puerto Ricans.
Oh, my goodness.
It's actually mandated. I have to name him after somebody in West Side Story.
Oh, please, Rita Moreno.
It's a boy.
It's a boy.
Bernardo.
Armo Moreno.
Bernardo Brilliant. That's a lot to say.
That's a lot of B's.
Yeah.
Academy Award winner George Chakiris happens to be a Greek heritage.
Please stop.
Played Riff in the London.
Stop.
Sorry.
Call him BB.
Okay, Gina, now you've got something special coming out. I should probably give that a quick plug. It's a 1-hour stand-up special called The Floor is Lava.
Yes.
Can you explain that? What does that mean?
What was a game I played as a kid? I think a lot of people played that game as a kid. And it was a story. It's a story I tell in the special. And I always love when comics name their special after an actual story that's in their special. Because then I have that goofy reaction like everybody else when they say it. I'm like, oh my God, she said the name of the special. So I've always loved that. So when we went over names for the special, that was one that stuck out. And I was like, that's it. That's the one. The Floor is Lava.
And you know this game, Josh?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
You can't land on the floor. You have to jump from couch to couch, or
you got to climb on the couch,
or even put a pillow down on the ground because the floor is lava.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I never got to
You
play
never
that.
did that. You were probably with the Kennedys somewhere, playing touch football with a hot water bottle, waiting for the slopes to open.
Oh, of course.
You were playing games with actual toys. See, when you're broke, you have to make stuff up.
So this is the indoor equivalent of the art form of where you run in the streets and jump on stuff and parkour. What is it?
Parkour.
Kinda, yeah.
Parkour.
Sure. I would say this has roots in parkour.
Okay. All right.
Or parkour has roots in.
Yeah, it's good for parkour training.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool. The Floor is Lava, and this is your new stand-up special available to stream right now on Amazon Prime.
Yes, it's out there. It's out in these streets, yo. So definitely head over to Amazon Prime and check it out. It was a labor of love. So I'm so happy. I can't wait for people to see it.
Oh, great.
Okay, great. What else do you talk about during the show? Anything that comes to mind that's fascinating?
A lot of my childhood, a lot of growing up in the Bronx, and all my goofy childhood antics. I was a little bit of a rebel. Didn't quite know how to behave. So you'll get a couple of those stories, a couple of singlehood stories, which I do not miss singlehood, y'all. Not a day do I miss singlehood.
Ah,
really?
Singlehood is so annoying now.
Now, have you been trained in the art of diaper changing, et cetera? Have you ever been around babies?
I've been around babies before, but everything's going to be new to me. Like I'm equal parts excited and petrified of motherhood.
That's fair. Yeah.
Which I think, I'm like, okay, I'm going to have a checklist of things that I definitely know this kid's going to talk about in therapy. I'm just going to look at that. That's going to be a thing. That's going to be a thing.
You might want to catch up on your sleep.
Yes. Yeah, right now.
While you can. Yeah. Do you have a changing table?
What's that?
That's a real big thing.
Use the counter.
Yeah, you don't want to use the kitchen counter, really.
Here we go.
That E. coli spread on your sandwich. I'm just saying, that's a big priority, I would say.
Sure, I'd say she's either had one or will be getting one before the birth.
It's on the registry for anybody who needs my registry.
There you go.
Right, see?
There you go, Tom. Get her a changing table.
That's nice. Oh, well, Gina, best of luck, and everybody check it out. It's The Floor is Lava, and it's Gina, and Gina will be having that baby. What did you say? Early October?
July 17th.
Oh, that's my birthday.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey.
Can I ask a personal question? Have you scheduled the exact day? Is this going to be one of those things where are you going to kind of
C-section?
Oh gosh, you know what? I was like, I'm scared. I wish I could teleport this baby out of me. I'm so petrified of natural birth, but apparently it's the best way to go. So I've been doing nothing but watching birthing videos and having nightmares.
All right. Yeah, don't watch the movie Alien.
Oh, you'll be fine.
That's not where it comes out.
No, but it does run across the table like that.
It's great.
Gina Brion. Check out Gina Brion. Thanks, Gina. Best of luck.
Bye, Gina.
Thank you so much.
Get a changing
Bye,
table.
guys.
Okay, good.
All
right.
It's also your son's birthday. You know that, right?
I didn't hear what day it was.
July 17th. Jesus.
Oh, that's right. That is one of my sons.
Cool. Floor is Lava, Amazon Prime.
Thank you very much. Now, Christy.
You ever played Floor is Lava? I'm really surprised.
I didn't.
Of course
Speaking of lava.
But I was able to get from the front door of my house all the way upstairs without touching the floor.
Okay, so you were essentially playing it without knowing it.
I didn't know that's what it was called. I used to love doing that.
Because if you touch lava, what happens?
Yeah, you burn up.
You burn up. You melt.
There were a couple places you had to hang by your fingertips on. mantles.
Can you
and stuff.
imagine?
Sort of free solo your way.
Yes, exactly. You free solo your way over to the
young Tom Griswold.
Well, and he was a baby that was the baby of the family, so everybody was a lot older than you, right?
They were all gone. I had the house to myself.
And if he didn't want to eat something particular, what your mother would make you a peanut butter and jelly? Is that
No.
Rice Krispies.
Cereal, Rice Krispies.
Cereals, yes. Get him some Rice Krispies. It's okay, honey.
Every parent does that. Now I know why.
Lord.
Oh, you're not going to eat the steak? Well, here, you can have some Rice Krispies. I'll eat your steak. It works every night at my place.
It's not lava, but we do have an asteroid in the news. As big as the Empire State Building apparently is hurtling toward Earth.
Well, seems about right. I'm getting my stuff. Thanks, everybody.
It's expected to whiz by Saturday, though, in a relatively close call. Named 2002 NN4, the giant space rock is estimated to be up to 1,870 feet in diameter, according to NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory.
What do they know, huh?
The Empire State Building, for reference, is 1,400 feet tall. The asteroid, which is traveling at more than 20,000 miles per hour, would inflict catastrophic damage on our planet if it hit, according to physics professor Derek Buzazi at Florida Gulf Coast.
Is it Derek Bubuzazi?
Derek Buzazi.
Oh, okay. Because if you
or Buzazi,
it'd be great to be named Bubuzazi.
Yeah, it would be.
Bubuzazi.
But don't worry, chick.
Vuvuzela.
It's going to be 13 million miles away. So
sure. I said 13 miles.
I was like, that's actually
that's
that's
alarming.
As George Carlin would say, a near hit.
Yeah. Well, yes. What's the margin for error there?
Well, it's twice the size.
13 miles away, give or take 25 miles. Oh God!
It's twice the size of the state of Texas, Mr. President.
We would like this asteroid to socially distance itself from the Earth.
13 million miles.
The way things are going this year, you know something?
You know what? They
We'd
could
all
be
go.
off.
We'd all go, okay. Now this will take over the news. Wow.
You guys going to watch the asteroid landing?
Hey, understand. Hey, did you guys hear that summer and winter have switched places?
Really?
Because the asteroid? It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You looking forward to the nuclear winter?
Yeah.
Elon Musk is going to ride a rocket up there and kick it.
That's the thing. Don't we have fail-safes? Don't we have lasers pointed at...
No.
What?
If one of these asteroids hits the Earth...
We can't shoot it, but when it's...
No.
And blow it into a billion pieces?
No.
Sure we can. I've seen the movie. Come
Yes,
on.
we can do it.
I don't think so.
Well, we need to start working on that.
This is the same. You're the same pot smoker that goes, we can cure all diseases, right?
Well, the money's not in the cure.
Isn't
it's in
it
the
also
treatment,
like
so of
the
course,
sun could just like rear up one day and like go... and it would blow us out and burn the entire Earth.
That
Isn't
would
that right?
make sense to me. A big solar flare.
Giant solar
Now,
flare.
we had a story earlier this week, by the way, speaking of Elon Musk, obviously the great success of the
Great success.
rocket that ran...
My wife.
The rocket ran up to the sky last week.
Yes, it ran
yes,
up.
It sure did, yeah.
it sure
What
did.
type is this cheese?
They had to shoot it off because gas prices are still pretty low. And, Mr. Musk, they've...
Mr. Musk.
What? What about Elon?
Well, they renamed the baby.
Well, they just changed a letter or two, yeah. But they're calling him Little X.
Okay, but and his baby mama is a alleged pop star named Grimes.
Mm-hmm.
Does she have any real hits? Is this a...
Well, I'm not familiar with her music, but that doesn't mean
and
anything.
She's apparently got some really exotic art exhibit going on in L.A. right now.
It's
She's eccentric, just like he is.
canvas of a uterus.
Oh, okay.
Oh, how about that?
Okay, the baby's name was X. What do you call the AE together?
Smash.
An AE smashed
Crash.
together. XAE A12. And now they've changed it to XAEA XII.
Right, the
last
Roman numerals.
Roman numerals. And it's pronounced, according to this account, it's pronounced XAsh-A12.
Right. But they call him Little X, for short. I'd call him Ashy. Ash.
I would say that's the worst thing you can do to a kid is give him a ridiculous name.
Of course.
Yeah, this is a form of child abuse.
This is...
Isn't he going to have enough trouble?
Yeah.
Here are Grimes' top 5 hits on Spotify.
Okay.
Well, they include Violence, Kill versus Maim,
Oh, my gosh.
and Delete Forever. Happy to.
Wow.
In any event, congratulations to Mr. Musk on the baby. Congratulations on the incredible success of SpaceX. And not so much congratulations on picking a name like that. Now, Pat, don't you have a theory about names like this?
Pat doesn't, but I do.
Is that Patty Cash?
Hello, I'm Patty Cash. How do you do? Well, my daddy left for Mars when I was 3. He didn't leave SpaceX to mon me, just this rusty old Tesla for us to drive. I heard he ran off to do a movie with Tom Cruise. I'd have preferred he crawled to a bottle of booze. That would explain why he named me XAEA-II. It's the year 2525. Thanks to science, I'm still alive. I found a note in that old Tesla addressed to me. It said, "Dear XAE-II, this is your daddy Lon. I'd like to try to tell you why we called you that ridiculous name. You see, I'm an eccentric billionaire, and your mom was a singer, sort of like Cher. She wore crazy outfits, did art, and called herself C. We smoked a lot of pot, and I forget, but I think we just picked from the alphabet. So don't blame all this naming nonsense entirely on me." Bad looking back, I think it's sort of mean, but being a Musk is kind of keen. And hell, I changed my name years ago to Sue. Changed a few other things too. I am your daughter. How do you do?
How do you do?
Block A13, you have reception. Block A13.
Thank you very much.
Doesn't that say something like that at the end of that song?
So
you know
now-
who wrote that song?
Who?
Shel Silverstein. Isn't that interesting?
And the version that we hear is the first time Johnny ever did it.
Yeah.
He read off a lyric sheet at the prison.
No
Pretty
kidding.
wild.
He was in prison. What was he in prison?
He was singing at
Oh,
San
so,
Quentin.
Okay, that was great. Well, thank you very much.
It's better than Merle Haggard's Green Eggs and Ham, written by Dr. Seuss. This is, you see, both.
No.
No.
You know what? I think Tom and I both instantly agreed.
Yes.
We're going to let you stretch out.
You are blindfolded. You have stepped to the end of the plank.
You have the
We're
diving
just watching to see what happens.
I can't
Both
wait to
are,
see.
The sharks are hungry.
Both are sort of children's novelists.
Yes.
Well, maybe the guy who wrote the great Gerald Ford joke can figure out a way to get out of this one.
Brian 69.
Brian 69. Yeah. Good luck with that, Brian. You got
you got your work cut out
You
for
got
you.
all the pieces. Maybe.
We didn't do any today in history.
We'll
I
come
had
back
a good
with
one.
that. We'll come back with that.
Time to-
Nope, not now. Oh, we got to. I got to tell you about.
Nope, not now.
Got to tell you about the Shiny Hunters. What are they? It sounds like something in a Disney movie. Nope. It's a group that has breached 10 companies currently selling their user databases right now. It looks like about 73 million user records are floating around out there. This is why I like to talk about LifeLock. Every day we put out information that's at risk on the internet, and LifeLock wants to help you not get your identity stolen. That's the key here. LifeLock can detect a wide range of identity threats, like, for example, your social security number being for sale on the dark web, because a lot of these companies, they do the best they can to try to keep this stuff secret, and then something goes wrong. This is where LifeLock comes in. If something does happen, they have a staff right here in the USA designed to help you get your identity back, and they will try to detect information before it becomes dangerous out there. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor transactions at all businesses, but LifeLock can see threats you might miss on your own. So right now, you can save 25% on your first year. By the way, LifeLock is very inexpensive, and you'll sleep better knowing someone's watching this stuff. I'm talking about identity theft. Someone might want to get that government check and cash it for you and keep the money. LifeLock.com/Tom25 is the way to save that 25%. That's LifeLock.com/Tom25, 25% off your first year. LifeLock.com/Tom25. Coming back with Today in History. Is that right, Christy?
And more funny jokes with Josh.
That's right. I also liked. We'll be back with.
Okay, thank you very much. This is like skewering him on a big giant needle and about to put him in the kill jar. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show, brought to you in part by Nate.
A look at their car is perhaps the best way to introduce the uninitiated to WFBQ Radio's morning team, Bob and Tom. The pink and camouflage junker features 3 hood ornaments, a bowling trophy, the hind quarter of a horse, and a jar of tartar sauce that will have to be explained elsewhere.
Q95, it's 8:42. You're with Bob and Tom on a 2 for Tuesday.
Good morning.
Howdy.
Great.
Holmes.
Sherlock. Let's play word association.
Okay.
Howdy.
Holmes.
Sherlock.
Holmes.
John C. With Bob and Tom.
Holmes.
The human tripod.
I see.
Okay, I'm sorry. Bob.
That's all right.
From 6 a.m. and for the next 4 hours, Bob Kavoyan and Tom Griswold fill the airwaves with jokes and pranks that range from silly to hilarious and from bawdy to sick.
Why is sex like air?
Why is sex like air? I give up, Bob.
Because it's no big thing unless you're not getting it.
They deliver a National Lampoon sort of humor that leaves the audience laughing while wondering how Q95 can broadcast some of the things they say.
Half the joke is in your mind. The joke isn't stated outright. The person has to put something into it to get something out of it.
Yeah, they're fun, and
people like them.
People enjoy them.
They laugh at them. And there's an alternative. You can always change the channel.
But people aren't. After 2 years on the air, Bob and Tom have taken Q95's morning show to the top of the volatile morning FM ratings. WFBQ is the third radio station the zany team has worked for. After 6 years together, they've got the routine down pat. Bob runs the audio control board, plays straight man, and provides the program's famous laugh.
Amateur phylactics. Amazing concept, I think, and I think it's going to.
Tom sits on a mound of notes and papers to provide the program's often quoted jokes and many of its voices.
Oh, hello, Mohandas.
Hello, Bob.
How are you?
Oh, I am fine today. Hello, Tom.
Hi, Mohandas.
You look very good today.
Thank you so much, Mohandas.
Much of their banter is off the cuff with an occasionally rehearsed punchline off mic during a song.
Only if it makes you late for the ceremony.
She's controversial. She's provocative. She's the famous sex therapist, Dr. Ruth Weisboner. Good morning, Dr. Ruth. Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning. Is it wrong to have sex before you're married?
No, as long as you're not late for the wedding.
Bob and Tom say they get very few complaints from listeners as they poke fun at every special interest group imaginable, and station management has left them unrestrained on the limits of their humor. After 2 years, the result has been high ratings, a devoted following, and 2 happily transplanted Hoosiers who say they just might stay to grow old and gray on Q95.
Could be. It's very possible. In fact, it's already started.
Yeah. Bob's getting gray.
Yeah. Tom's getting old.
Yeah.
I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Watching you sleep, I'm wondering why you're not breathing. Perhaps I hugged just a little too hard. You're right, I smother you. Your beautiful legs fit perfectly in the disposal. I buried your torso in the yard, but I keep your heart in my briefcase. So there's always a part of you with me. You wanted to break up, well now you broke up into tiny pieces. You wanted to split up, say la vie. But what do I do with your head? It just won't keep under the bed. I'll put it in a hat box and I'll mail it to your mother. She won't care if it's postage due. She'll just be happy to see we're through. The last words you said to me were, I can't breathe, not say la vie.
Bob and Tom.
If you irradiate poop, it will be sterile, but it's still poop.
You can pick your morning radio show, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
Right now, Killer Bees joins us in the studio.
Bees, how you doing?
Real good, man. Waking up a
see ya.
shopping list over here. My wife's eating in bed now. She's at that part of the pregnancy where they crave all this food.
Uh-huh.
Some people have mirrors over the bed. We got a sneeze guard. Sleeping on those Posturepedic Sealamil, man. Hey, you ain't lived till you're making love and your wife says, go slow, I'm spilling my chili.
A thought from Paul Gilmartin.
Down the elevator shaft they plunged, hurtling towards their death, their faces drawn by Edvard Munch. They smelled the devil's breath. Your tongue, she said at number 3. Let me see its size. He grinned and licked his forehead. She buckled at the thighs. The impact satisfied them both. Police were left some clues. A smiling woman all alone.
Hey, 944 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. I mentioned heat relief a few minutes ago. It's coming up a week from today. We're talking about collecting bottled water and other essentials for Midwest Food Bank. We're going to be doing the shows live on Friday starting at 10 o'clock. So we'll be starting about a week from 15 minutes from now, if that makes sense. On the south side, County Line and Emerson at the Walmart there. Set up and ready to go. Hope you can help us out grabbing water for folks that are struggling right now, especially in the summer with these super hot temperatures on the way. Christy has an update on the weather forecast right now.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. We'll have partly cloudy skies today. 20% chance for maybe a shower popping up later. High 87. Partly cloudy overnight down to 65 and a lot less humidity and very nice for the weekend. Sunny 85 Saturday. Sunny 83 Sunday.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee.
72 now.
Your telephone, probably that smartphone is probably smart enough to listen to this show on. Yeah, that's right. And you can always ask Alexa. Lots of ways to listen. We'll give you some instructions on that coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Once again, we are worldwide on American Forces Radio, coast to coast on a bunch of great radio stations. Happy to be here. Let's see, there's Ace. There's Chick McGee at the crazycockwine.com sports desk. Once again, the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk is womaned by Christy Lee. We promised to get to some history in your history lesson today with Chick. You want to give us that? Oh, sorry, Leonard.
Thank you, Leonard.
Very helpful.
Len.
What do you have
done.
something?
Yeah, well, for starters, let's see. On this date, for the second time in a row, he's in the news. 1661, Isaac Newton.
Newton.
Isaac Newton admitted to Trinity College in Cambridge.
Okay.
You imagine that you're showing some prospective student around, and by the way, the guy that came up with the concept of gravity lived in this dorm. Over there. That's pretty good.
Good luck with
I wonder what his essay is on.
Good luck with your paper, was it?
Yes.
yes.
My admittance essay is on gravity. What's gravity?
Thesis on the candle.
Isaac Newton, of course, the great grandfather of Wayne Newton.
Oh no!
Yeah,
That can't be true.
very proud of his grandson there. Okay, and let's see. 1959 on this date, Bob Dylan graduated from Hibbing High School.
That's true.
Yeah.
Do you know what his high school band was called?
The Hibbing High Marching Band?
No, he was the leader of the high school band called the Golden Chords.
The Indecipherable.
Was that a rock band or was it a...
It says he'd been the leader of a high school band called the Golden Chords.
That's cool.
He
Yeah.
was like the swinging sway with
And
the
you
golden-
missed this.
The
How
marble
could you
mouth
miss
to
this?
the front window. Nasal, whiny.
Robert Zimmerman.
Bobby Z.
Yes. Oh, on June 5th, 1956, Tom, Elvis Presley did his hip gyrating act on the Milton Berle TV show, which from then on, what happened?
Housewives everywhere. Oh, I remember.
Is
They
that
only
true?
shot him
Is
from
that
the...
true?
Shot him from the waist
Yeah.
up.
I thought that was kind of a myth, but okay.
According to the Associated Press, it's right here in black and white.
It was kind of hit and myth.
Oh, nice. You trying to recover
Hit
from the...
after hit myth. I'm just throwing whatever out
Okay.
there.
Okay. See if it
Something's
sticks.
got to stick, man.
Okay. Once again, Chick pointed out it's Robert Kraft's birthday.
That's right, baby.
Let's give
Kenny
him a
G,
hand.
64 today.
Wait,
Give
no,
Bobby a hand.
There you go. Hey, that was the joke you were waiting for. You got one.
All morning for
You
that.
finally stuck the landing. Or stunk the landing. It's Kenny G's birthday.
Man, I don't care.
He blows. Get it?
Oh, saxophone player, got it.
Jocelyn Fire.
Man, I'm killing it this last
Yeah,
break.
he's sold 75 million records, by the way.
Right? Yeah.
I'm sure
There's
he's
no accounting for
I'm sure he's in a Learjet somewhere, changing the channel.
Actor Jeff Garland, 58 today. I like Jeff Garland.
Guy that I love, Ron Livingston.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, terrific.
Born
Office
in 67. Yeah,
Space
he's
or-
famous for
yeah,
Office Space.
yeah.
Please, Tom, tell us what your idea is.
He played Burger in Sex and the City. A nice character. Oh, sorry.
Mark Wahlberg, 49 today.
Marky Wahlberg, married to what's her face?
No, that's the other one. And
Donnie Wahlberg
Donnie's married to that
Jenny
girl.
McCarthy.
That's
we don't
right.
say her name on the show. What are
Lucky
you doing?
bastard.
Sorry.
Oh, God.
You think that's luck?
Oh, I had a big crush on her back in the day, yeah.
Really?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Now here's 10 minutes.
Here we go. 10
Tom
minutes
and
on.
why.
Oh, can't wait for her to get polio. Do a nice nude spread in Playboy with her braces on.
They say she's responsible for the death of many children. I can tell you that's true in my house. A lot of
That's a
T-shirts
fine
would
joke. Okay. On that note, I think
we're done.
Okay, good. Covered a lot of ground.
Boy, we sure did.
Well,
I don't think I've ever been this uncomfortable. Time now for things we learned on the Bob and Tom Show, brought to you by Grainger. Delivering the products to keep your facility running is what Grainger does best. They've been doing it for 90 years. Visit Grainger.com for whatever you need, whenever you need it. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Thank you, Granger. Hey, this was, I thought, a great story. I knew Ace would love this because the band Rat, which pretty much had one hit many years ago. That's annoying. The band Rat. That song has made a big comeback. Yeah, there's Josh pumping his fist.
Been
round and round.
What comes around goes around.
Tell you why.
They're back in a
I
Geico
saw them live a
commercial.
couple
They're
times.
sitting on their balls.
That's that song from '84, back on the Billboard charts.
Yeah.
With a number 18 with a bullet, as they say. So watch out for that.
Remember
on
the
TV.
charts?
Yes.
Remember bullets?
Yeah. We have, let's see. We opened up the show. I found something called Pabst Blue Ribbon Hard Coffee.
Oh, and bravo to you for bringing that in.
Yes, thank you.
You guys really enjoyed
It's
that.
great.
I'll have to bring the rest
Sure
of that
did,
in.
man.
I'm not even going to read this next one. It was Josh brought up something that he shouldn't have brought up involving catfish. We'll leave it right there.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that.
And I didn't even put it together. Did the guy think it would work because cats? And
I don't think so. No, I think he knew it would work.
All right, okay, that's sad. Let's just move forward here. Christy got 3 inches of her hair cut off.
Yep.
Looks great.
Thanks.
Did a very nice job.
Can't tell.
I know.
Let's see now. My son Willie was saying, I was saying that it would be nice if they could get baseball back together. Apparently, Major League Soccer has got it pretty much put together. The NBA sounds like they're going to be able to get it together. The NFL, similarly, aiming to start their season, but Major League Baseball sort of stalled. And I was saying it'd be great if they could get back together. And Willie said that he got drunk and fell asleep and got sunburned, so he felt just like he'd gone to a Cub game.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right.
A guy named Brian69 wrote a brilliant joke based on the failed joke of Josh.
That's right. Yeah, Tom, you ran into Gerald Ford at a buffet.
At a buffet, the president, Gerald
And you
Ford.
literally bumped into him, and you said, "Pardon me," and Gerald Ford said, "Why not? I already parted one dick."
I already pardoned one dick.
Yeah, I
punchline.
sort of hits watered it.
Thanks for hits watering the joke. I apologize to Brian 69. Okay, Donnie.
Don't nobody answer the phone.
Donnie built a backyard amusement park for Wolfie and the neighborhood kids.
Yes.
Did you see the guy that built the roller coaster in his
Oh,
backyard?
isn't that
It's pretty
great?
cool, yeah.
For real. Yeah, that is very nice. Josh admits he used to do underage drinking at Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, yeah. Man.
And
Killing at the Chucks.
we got some nice donuts here, and these three violating all social distancing, hovering.
We were having a lovely conversation
Breathing.
looking at the donuts.
sucking in each other's
Oh,
For
God.
once,
vomity
last-
breath.
Chicken Eye Lady and the Tramp to Bear Claw.
Yeah.
That's right. It
Josh
was
and I made
amazing.
out after you left. Come on.
Started planning Chick's funeral.
He sure did.
He won
Right
the-
in front of the man.
He won the under and the over under. Goodbye. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. This is Bob and Tom.